So last week, we was discussing the Fantastical Four, and to piggyback off of that, let's start with our just opening question. Do superhero movies need origin stories anymore?
Well, before not to cut you off, Asia, but one more thing is Joe had a take where he thought that essentially Fantastic Four, no big spoilers, but Fantastic Four doesn't give you a full origin story. It kind of starts off with them already, I think, 4 years into being heroes. Joe, you felt like they should have had a little bit more backstory or an origin story of how they got the powers and came together. They skipped that, but people got pissed at you.
Well, here's the thing, though. They didn't. They just breezed through it.
Yes.
Like, at least I'll be generous and say at least a good third of the movie was, arguably half, was montages. Because it was rushing to establish all of this stuff.
And viewers online were pissed off at you on our clips page, specifically on Instagram. The video went like super crazy. I mean, you are enemy number one in the minds of a lot of people.
I keep telling y'all, man.
I don't care. Here's my thing. Here's the core of my
respond
point.
to the people. Here, we'll clip this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Here is the core of my argument that a lot of people seem to miss.
Flip them off when you say it.
My point is this. If you've got a superhero origin, if you've got a superhero movie, if you're establishing a franchise, if you're introducing characters to your audience, you've got to establish something. Because it doesn't matter if you've read the comics, it doesn't matter if you've watched another TV show, another movie, because that movie is in its own continuity. You need to know who this cast is, who these actors portraying these characters are. That's why when you look at Superman, even though it's not a quote unquote superhero origin movie, you've still got to set some kind of a precedent for what is this world? What is his relationship with the world? What is his relationship with his parents on both sides? Like the whole thing about like Superman's parents on Krypton, sending him there basically to be a conqueror and to like basically be a space Nick Cannon. You've got to establish something. Just like when you get to Fantastic Four, you breeze through all the origin, you show them in space, you show the montage of them saving people, introduced to the world. You've got to establish something. My argument is if you want to really care, then you need to take your time to let it breathe.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Now, Joe, can I ask you something?
Please do.
If the superhero movie in particular, and I'm only speaking to superhero movies that already have been made before, so these are remakes and reboots, doesn't it just seem repetitive to have the origin story again when there's a movie that's, maybe about 10, 20 years old that's already established it?
But that's the thing, is like you're talking about a separate continuity of films. Like, here's a direct example. You have the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films, and then you have like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man films.
Yeah, I only need to see the nigga get bit once by a spider to know that's how he turns into Spider-Man.
But it's on the creative to establish, here's what makes my superhero world different from this one. There had to be changes, there had to be other story elements that are put in, but...
I have to disagree with all of that, because...
Go ahead.
With that logic... no heroes will ever have any true progress, because like if we spend every time rebooting them showing how they got their powers, their origin, they did this before they got their powers, then they did this right after they got their powers, like making that into a movie, you're gonna be like, well, they didn't get to do this in the movie. Well, that's because they had to do this, and then we're gonna do that for the next movie. But then by the time we get to the second and third movie, the actors are already ready to retire, so then we have to reboot again. Then we got to show, we got a new one. Here's their origin. Like sticking to the origin for each person when damn near every time they show the origin, it's the same thing minus the different things that happened around them getting the power.
And here's what makes this comment so ironic. Coming from an MCU fan and a Marvel fan, wasn't the big draw of Marvel in the first place that they took the time to establish their characters leading up to their Avengers films and their ensemble
But yeah,
films?
that's cool.
The thing.
Because a lot of them were brand new. We didn't know, like...
But here,
it doesn't matter.
But
the point is, that's what the whole narrative was. That's why everybody said, oh, DC sucked because they're trying to fast track to catch up to Marvel. If y'all just did your origin stories first and then had them united.
But here's the thing.
But now you've got a movie where you're establishing a new Fantastic Four within this MCU, and you're basically not even really spending time with them because the whole point of the movie was to set up the birth of their kid, but we don't even really we're just getting introduced to this new cast of the Fantastic Four.
It's not really a new cast when we've already.
It is a new cast story. It's in its own multiverse.
It may be in its own multiverse, but we already seen the Fantastic Four.
But here's the thing. But comparing the first Fantastic Four movie, we can skip Fan Four Stick, to this one, will you acknowledge that those movies, stylistically, tonally, story-wise, are two completely different universes?
Two different universes, but the origin story is still the same. It travels every time they redo it. So for you to have to redo and make a new cast to do the same origin story that you've done for the past movies, it makes no sense. Because Marvel has established their characters, but do you have to reestablish the character every time they get a new cast? That makes no sense, because then if we, like, every Marvel movie that we've had so far has started at, here's their origin. Here they are the next. The only time they get a different time change is when we gotta do the multiverse stuff. But they didn't waste time with the origin story with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and it's doing amazing.
Case in point, to chime in,
go ahead.
That was part of the issue that people had with The Amazing Spider-Man, because they did have to kind of retell the origin story, and a lot of people felt like, okay, we just saw Tobey Maguire's version, and now we're doing this again. So even with Batman, that origin story is pretty much the same. They're leaving the theater, parents get shot, becomes Batman. It doesn't change too much.
Even for you, in your opinion, this is a genuine question.
Yeah.
When you look at Batman v Superman, and even I can say, as a fan of Ben Affleck's Batman and the Snyderverse, I do even feel like his origin was a little rushed, and the timing of it, coming off of the hype of The Dark Knight, was working to its detriment.
Well, actually, and then John, I brought this up before, but I want to save it for this.
Yeah.
That's why I personally was a little confused in your criticism of these recent movies skipping these origin stories, when one of the movies that you champion, Batman vs. Superman, essentially glosses over the origin story of not just Wonder Woman, and Batman. If you don't previously know who Wonder Woman is, when they're introduced, you're like, okay, she's badass, but who is she?
But again,
it doesn't really establish.
That's the thing. You still got that origin movie. You piqued the interest.
When though? That was like years later though.
No, it was literally like the next year.
Okay,
for Wonder Woman.
But during that movie though, you didn't, you can still be confused. You have the same thing. We got a new sub from Nakim, by the way.
Appreciate the sub.
Nakim, appreciate you so much. Appreciate you.
Cassandra, first off, welcome. I see your question. Which version of Justice League did you like better? Come on, there's
Snyder Cut.
Easily. That's an actual film versus a stitched together monstrosity Frankenstein of a terrible director. Anyway, you get the idea. Look, Justice League sucked. Plain and simple. It actually had a couple of things small changes that I liked, but overall inferior in every way. Anyways, back to this movie.
We're talking about these movies standalone, because who knows what they do with Fantastic Four down the line, right. They do a flashback movie or whatever. But it's the same thing. They skip past Wonder Woman.
They did initially, but again, the goal is to pique the interest there, and then you got your full-on Wonder Woman.
But we might get that later with Fantastic Four. Who knows?
But again, it's like, But let's be real.
Hold on, let's be
real. If you look at this movie, are they really trying to set up, hey, here's this new team, you're so invested in them, aren't you? They just had a baby.
I know, but I feel like
she was tested positive for pregnant before the credits even started rolling.
But my issue with your point is that you're adding a whole nother movie. We're talking about Batman versus Superman versus Fantastic Four and the new Superman. It's the same issue, though.
I will admit, when it comes to Batman v Superman, it's a lot to establish. Not only do you have a new Batman, period.
Yeah.
You have a Batman that's been in Gotham apparently for 20 years, who has lost a Robin. The Joker burned down Wayne Manor. Mm-hmm. He's already basically fallen off. He lived through the Black Zero event, like the Zod's attack on Metropolis. There's so much stuff that needs to be set up that now you have to go back and pay attention to those context clues. And this is also another problem. Real talk, people don't want to use their brains anymore. They think about this, because think about like that scene at the end of Superman 2025, where he's like, I get scared, I do this and this, but that is what makes me human. If that isn't spelling it out, ABC 1, 2, 3 for your audience, saying, don't worry, folks, we get it. Here it is. You don't have to, we're not leaving anything open to interpretation. Here's all it is. There's even comics, little snippets that people will post online and do little carousels on Instagram where admittedly, it's good that they're pointing out, like, there's this scene where Clark Kent is hanging with Lois Lane and Batman is hanging with Catwoman. And they're talking to each other about why Superman respects Batman, why Batman respects Superman. And it's a good moment, but it is very clearly like spelling out why these characters.
Now I want to ask Asia.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also not really as engaging mentally.
Asia, you like Superman movie. What did you think about that scene when he did his speech at the end? Did you feel like Joe, or you like it worked?
Here's the thing for me. I love the Superman being human aspect of it, because in all honesty, Superman wasn't really a superhero movie. It was a feel-good movie, in my opinion. There were a lot of just feel-good moments about it. And I think that was one of those moments where the person watching the movie can relate to their superhero and be like, I'm human too, and Superman has bad days and he tries his best and all that stuff. So I thought that was a heartwarming moment.
No, and that's the thing. It's just a different approach. They spelled it out as opposed to something like Man of Steel relying more on context clues and subtext. That's the key difference.
Okay. Let's check the chat. What is the chat saying about superhero origin stories overall? Like,
I saw one earlier. If someone earlier said, "What if there was a question?"
Mm-hmm.
Tori, if you could scroll up in just a second.
Okay.
There's one I want to address.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hear about this. I know it said, "What about the kids who never seen the origin? Give them a new story."
That's fair. There are some
that's
12-year-olds
totally
who ain't never seen these 20-year-old movies.
If
they weren't born yet.
My thoughts on that. My thoughts on that. If you are a parent introducing your kid to some superheroes and you haven't showed them what you've seen already, then
they might not even care themselves.
Yeah, the parents may not. These kids may just go.
Then show them the original.
Take the parents out of it. Take the parents out of it.
13-year-olds go to movies on their own all the time.
If you are a 13-year-old going to a movie,
I'm not a 13-year-old. I'm saying, like, when I was 13-year-old, I was not looking for the origin. I was looking just to see the heroes themselves.
But would you be confused though? Like, for example,
these kids are watching. What are those superhero cartoons the kids are watching?
I don't know.
They don't ask, how did they get them powers? No, these are just kids with powers.
They can find it on TikTok.
Let me give you an example.
It's not a big deal. They can do some research.
In the beginning of Superman, it says that his planet got destroyed, right? Yeah. So if you're a kid, aren't you wondering, wait, why'd that happen? That's a big thing to be wondering.
No.
Why not?
If you're 12
years old and you're wondering why Superman is even here and his planet got blown up, I
have never in all my times of watching superhero stuff, I have never heard of kids question, well, why is he on Earth? Or any of that.
Because you already know that, though.
But here's the thing, and again, this is what I do partly in my free time too, is I watch a lot of reactions to these superhero movies. Mm-hmm. And I do like to see, like, what is like the fresh perspective of somebody coming in who's not bogged down with their own preconceived notions of these characters. And yeah, occasionally people do ask these questions, and it's just natural. If you don't know the origin, you can't really expect everybody to do the Google search, to look at the Wikipedia pages or watch the little TikTok breakdowns. And any way you slice it, it's on the movie to establish who these characters are and why you should care.
Mm-hmm. I feel like
here's the thing: you can still go past it faster. Like, you can watch like a Justice League cartoon or a Marvel cartoon or whatever.
We watch.
But that's the thing: if you take that approach with a film, it's not going to be much of anything more than a Saturday morning cartoon. That's what the movie was trying to be. It was trying to have that level of writing of just, hey, let's just get through all that stuff and let's just get to the boom pow.
I mean, but that's literally how it is with kids, like, especially when they're watching cartoons. It's like when watching Teen Titans, we didn't see their origins.
Yes, we did.
Teen Titans? They never showed any origin story.
Okay, maybe not Teen Titans.
And that was
but for Batman
we wasn't asking for that. We wasn't asking for that. We didn't see that. Only time we saw it in Static Shock, but that was with the storyline.
So you think that basically you and Age are both saying, hey, if you are a kid going to see Fantastic Four and you don't know the origin story, then F you, basically?
No, my thing is with
kids,
kids aren't asking these kind of questions like that. It's mainly the adults that are asking these questions.
I think that kids... Actually, I watched a review from a YouTuber, and he said he had to explain to his daughter about certain things. So she was asking questions. So yes, I mean, if you just skip 4 years into a story, there may be some questions.
Kids that like superheroes don't care about how they got their powers.
How do you know?
Yeah, what kids do you know?
How old are you? How do you know?
These are references from when I was a kid. We didn't care.
Tori, you were a kid back in like 97, bro. We're dinosaurs.
87. Hold on.
Why y'all doing Tori like that?
Look, we're all old as fuck.
We
doing too much on you.
Who's we?
Not too much.
Not too much.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I got your back, Tori.
I appreciate it because that was uncalled for.
Uncalled for. Unnecessary.
Right? I know you in real life, and that was uncalled for.
Now, look, can I establish something too? Here's a very important thing, and of course, it'll probably tie into our box office conversation too. At the end of the day, let's not get it twisted. If you enjoyed the movie, there is nothing wrong with that. I will never take that away from you. I'm simply stating why it does not work for me and why it may not work for some other people. It's just like, that's just how it is. I can be honest and fair about where my criticism is coming from, whether it's something that just does not work for the movie or if it's just something that doesn't work to my own personal taste. That's why when we gave our reviews for Superman and for Fantastic Four, I said, like, look, on my own personal scale, Superman, borderline trash, just on the basis that it pissed me off personally by being mid, in my opinion. But as I said from the beginning, and as I'll say to this day, if you enjoyed it, I can totally understand why. And look, if Superman saving that squirrel gave you a little bit of hope, I will not take that away from you. Because Superman fighting that fucking the world engine and Man of Steel and fighting through that gravity beam, that did it for me. Now, is this movie gonna save the world or stop, terrorism anytime soon? No, it can't save you, but will it give you a little bit of hope to move forward? Sure. Won't take that away from you.
Okay.
But the thing you also have to be real is, especially, I'm calling out the anti-Snyder and the James Gunn stands right now. For all of you people out there talking about, oh, this movie is all about kindness and hope and optimism. Practice what you preach. Give the same grace to the people that you hate for raining on your parade when you're trying to enjoy something. If we're minding our own business, trying to enjoy what we enjoy on a Facebook page, like just enjoying, reminiscing about the Snyder films, let us have our own space. Don't come into the comment section and talk, oh my God, this movie is so trash. Oh, Mr. Grim, Edge, Dark, Sad Superman. And then you're sparking your own debates and shit. If you don't like it coming over into your space and doing that, don't bring it over there. Be the bigger man. Just saying.
This might bully you on Facebook.
Sounds like it.
No, like I said,
Asia, we got another.
I don't even really be posting. Like I said, I'm a part of these groups, and I'll read the comment sections. Like someone will post something, says, "Oh man, Man of Steel's visuals were so on point." And I'm like, "Yep, I agree." Like, then I read the comments. Man, this movie was ugly as fuck. Snyder doesn't know how to write superheroes. And sometimes I've got to resist. I'm like, you know what? It's 3 a.m. I'm not trying to get into a debate right now. But like I said, if you don't like it coming to your space, whenever somebody's like, oh my gosh, this movie is restoring hope to Superman. The colors are so vibrant. If you don't want Snyder people, and admittedly, these guys are pretty obnoxious too. They'll come into the comments and say, nah, this suit is trash, blah, blah, blah. If you don't like them coming into your space and doing it, don't be the same thing. Just saying. Also, which fan base raised over $500,000 for suicide prevention? Let's be real about that too. But anyways, continuing on.
Asia, ready for the next topic?
All right, let's talk Demon Slayer movie leaks. So, alleged leaks for the upcoming Demon Slayer Infinity Castle film have surfaced, rumored to be seen by millions. So, tell me, guys.
I need to find this leak.
Whoa.
Tori.
Oh, hey.
What?
We don't condone leaks here. That is Tori on his own, not Trap Team. He does not represent the views.
I'll go see it when it come out too.
But why are you trying to find the leak?
Clear. Hold on. Wait. That goes to the first question. Asia,
That's what I was trying to say. See, Sinner, here we go. I was going to ask, yes, Sinner. I was going to ask, how do you guys feel about spoilers for big anime movies? I think
spoilers or leaks?
The question says, how do you feel about spoilers for big anime movies?
Oh, spoilers are horrible.
Well, the
but
I'm with him. Let me see the leaks.
That's what I'm saying. Let me see these leaks before these spoilers.
Have some patience.
Because if they say, what did they say? It said millions. Millions of people have already seen it. That means that's millions of possibilities that somebody is going to leak something and I'm going to see it before I see the movie.
No, but that's not why all y'all are seeing it.
I want to see the leak before I see the spoilers.
Y'all wrong.
I mean, what specifically leaked? I mean,
The whole movie.
the whole movie.
The whole movie.
Okay, the whole movie.
The whole movie came.
Millions of people have already seen the movie.
It doesn't
That
come
means-
out into the U.S. until September, and it's already out right now.
So some people...
Is it already a dub?
It's going
like in Japanese.
Not dubbed probably, but they don't care. They'll watch it in Japanese and add their own subtitles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
all you need is ChatGPT.
that's what Crunchyroll uses. I mean, sorry, Crunchyroll.
I mean, look, Crunchyroll's the one doing it. So yeah.
Personally, I'm actually bothered by this because I just think, like, in general, we got to be honest, like, y'all in these leaks in general.
So you mean to tell me if I got it playing and it's a crispy, nice copy, look like it came straight from Blu-ray, and I'm playing it, you ain't gonna watch it?
I'm going to the theater.
You know why? Because I respect the art form.
I'm going to the theater.
Right. Y'all over here, I don't know. Hold on, I don't know, Joe.
Wait a minute. Uh-oh. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't you the Pirate King at some point in time?
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
No, explain. No, go ahead.
I thought
Might be getting mixed up with somebody.
That was Derek or somebody.
I thought that was you, man.
Name dropping?
That's crazy.
I don't condone this whole. Okay,
you gave me the links.
You gave me a link.
No.
Hold on. We passing illegal links out? I want no
That's
parts.
the tech guy. I don't know computer.
Do
I look like I know how to work a computer?
Tori gave me a One Piece leak a while ago. Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay, but
so hold up. So it's okay when it's One Piece related. Okay, I see how.
I just think in general. Okay, we got to be honest when it comes to anime.
Yeah.
Anime does have a pirating problem overall, and always has.
Yeah.
There are some anime fans that genuinely don't believe in paying for Crunchyroll or buying the Blu-ray or anything. So there are some anime fans that, like, to them it's second nature.
My thing is, if I gotta pay for water, I'm not paying for anime.
Wait, what?
Why are those two even in the same sentence? What are you talking about?
One of them should be free, but I'm still paying.
Why should anime be free?
That's a separate issue. You're talking about the works of Tori. For us, if we create something, do you want to get paid for the work that you put in? It'd be nice, right?
Of course.
Don't you think these overworked, underpaid animators in Japan are wanting the same thing?
Listen. Here's the thing. But what I want to say. Well, listen. I'm saying, but
you part of the problem, basically.
No, yeah,
that's crazy. That's not what I was going to say.
Okay, do you? I asked you, Tori. Do you regularly look at anime on pirated sites?
No.
Hold up. First off, I know what. Stop. We're not giving you the links.
That's crazy.
Joe, how about you? Are you a pirate when it comes to anime, or do you pay
sell the ocean seas for your anime?
It's like, it's not something I'm up here. Hear me out on this, because it's like,
Oh my god!
if it comes down to it, if it's like an old anime or something that I would just love to watch and it's not easily accessible, I could, but at the same time, doing that is a little tiring for me. So sometimes I'm just like, screw it, I'm just not going to watch it. But 9 times out of 10, if it's easy enough to access and if it's available to me, then yeah, I will. And again, half the time, I barely find the time to really watch anything new anyway. So yeah, I'm still trying to get my life together in that regard. But
Asia, how about you?
I would never, not for anything, not for anime, not for a movie, not for a TV show. I would not.
Excuse
that.
me,
No.
Miss Perfect.
I would never. No, that is wrong.
So you never have watched any bootleg pirate site, crack DVD, nothing?
Y'all ain't had no fire stick. Y'all ain't had no fire stick.
I gotta be honest. I'm too bougie for that. The second that I see that the quality is not up to standard,
you hanging out with Dave too much.
Nah.
That sounds like the hands-free lifestyle.
No. Again,
I'm sorry.
with birds of a.
I don't know how y'all was able to watch bootleg DVDs.
You wasn't watching the Fire Stick in college?
Oh, I thought everybody who had a Fire Stick, I talked about y'all. No. I did. I'm sorry. I was too bougie for that. That's crazy. Those half the movies look like they was filmed with a potato. I wasn't trying to watch that.
Yeah, y'all was watching bootleg.
Now, like I said, I'll be real. For me,
Dave, you ain't never seen a bootleg?
I have, but this was when I was like in high school or something.
No cable, right?
And no cable high school. But like I'm saying,
ain't no cable, but all the bootlegs.
As adults, we should be paying for anime if we actually want to support.
We should be paying for water.
What is this paying for water thing? What does that mean?
We got to pay for grapes. And water.
Somebody got to bottle it up.
Things that we should be getting for free.
Wait, you paying for the bottle, the packaging for them to cleanse the water.
They
ain't cleaning the water. Have you seen them test videos?
If you want free water, you can go to the pond.
They make you pay for that.
Hold up. First off, you the same dude that will be here and we got like filtered jugs for water. Be like, nah, I can't do that. And yet you'll go out your way to go buy water anyway.
It still tastes like tap water when it come out of that filter thing.
The Brita?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, your Brita, nah, you got to get a new filter.
I ain't got one. That's yours.
My next question is:
That's crazy.
Does it hurt the anime industry if fans continue to watch these anime leaks?
Yes.
No.
No. How, what do you mean no?
Wait, I have a question. Tori, do you think that every anime fan is watching the bootleg and watching the movie and paying for? No, they're not. No, most of them are
once they see it, they're done.
No. Yeah, you. But I think majority.
But
first of all, half these people.
You know how long anime has been around?
I heard you.
I know what? I'm gonna need you to stop.
You know how long anime has been around, and you know how long people have been bootlegging. It hasn't affected the anime community yet.
It has.
How so?
Animators are broke right now.
Animators are broke because they work in all these hours and
you don't think that if they're seeing diminishing returns because you have a certain subset of people that are bootlegging and pirating, if that's making less of a return on investment?
I don't know.
Think that's a problem?
I don't think so because it's mainly the movies that are getting movies.
No, that's the shows.
The anime, the shows.
I'm gonna say that.
My God, somebody's got like every season of Naruto uploaded on YouTube right now, where it's all in like a little box in the corner.
I can say right now, I can name.
What's the name of that page?
I ain't telling you. I ain't telling. I know either.
Out of the anime fans that I know personally, that we know personally, I could name 5 people who watch cracked anime every week.
What's that?
Okay.
What's cracked anime?
These pirated sites. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say the name of the sites and stuff, but we know what I'm talking about.
Send me the link.
No. so Asia, you, for example, Asia, let's say there's a movie or a show that is out, Game of Thrones or whatever, right?
Oh, they was always leaking Game of Thrones.
So you would actually go and pay for HBO Max or whatever
will,
instead
for
of
good quality streaming. Now y'all keep that fuzzy shit over there.
Okay.
No, first of all, the bootlegs I was getting were screener copies, so they weren't none of that people walking. These was actual
people popping up in the. You see people
none of
walking
that.
past the camera.
None of that.
But Tori, here's the other problem though when it comes to these anime bootleg sites, and you got to be honest about this, bro. These sites be virus filled. We did a video about how many pop-ups be on these sites. You have to fight.
How many computers have you replaced?
Yes, exactly.
I've only replaced one computer. That was because this was before all of that. This is around LimeWire days.
Sure. That's even
LimeWire days.
Y'all used to steal music?
Joe did.
I'm sorry that we couldn't afford music like that.
I was scared of LimeWire because you download the wrong thing. You hear Bill Clinton saying, "I did not have sexual relations with this girl."
Every time it seemed like every song that, like for a little while, every song that was downloaded was a Soulja Boy song.
That was true
because him and his people, they literally uploaded their own song and then said it was another song, and people was downloading. That's why he was getting so popular.
Okay,
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
I did steal some music. But
Android ain't gotta pay for music. That's y'all iPhone users. Y'all gotta pay for everything multiple times.
Shame.
Wait, what you mean? Hold on,
Android
iPhone. You have an iPhone.
And I got an Android. I ain't never had to pay for music.
Why the back crack? Why the duct tape on it?
Is that what we doing today? That's what we doing. All right.
That's what you get, you traitor.
Oh man, you just gonna throw my business out there.
I mean, I get you a shout out. You got an iPhone now.
Man, fuck this iPhone. I don't even care no more.
That's crazy.
That's okay. All right.
But I do think that in general, you're saying it doesn't hurt the industry, but couldn't the industry be in a better place if we were supporting anime on the
it probably could, but then if there were no pirating, all of these streaming sites would just manipulate the hell out of y'all and drive the prices through the roof. If there was no pirating, that means these streaming sites that you have to pay for would just jack up their prices just like Netflix does every year. Now a membership for Netflix is almost $30 a month. And then everybody's having the same stuff on all their streaming platforms, but we got rid of cable just so we could stream everything.
Is Netflix $30 a month?
20 or 25.
It's 25.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what I remember back in my day it was $7.
Here we go.
$7, and then you can share your password with 50 people.
And
Now it's $25, and only one person can use it.
And get a DVD in the mail.
And I can get free DVDs. Keep it as long as I want. Now, no. You share your password, we put on another $10. So if you got multiple people on, you already paying $30+ for Netflix.
So do you pay for Crunchyroll?
Who?
Crunchyroll.
Somebody paying for it.
Hey, look, I've got a system of exchange and barter. Y'all got my HBO Max. I got your Crunchyroll.
That's fair.
And your Netflix.
Yeah.
Barter.
So totally even. Anyway,
Here's the thing. I'll be like, if I ever share a password with you, you better hold that to heart because I actually care about you. Because I don't like nobody on my stuff messing up my algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
They can make another account.
right.
But half the time people don't, I forgot. I accidentally started watching.
They just don't have. They don't have
Hold on,
streaming etiquette.
that's not
then.
streaming etiquette. Who are these women that you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Why are you doing Tori so much in the stream?
That is
talking about?
insane.
Why did you
He
assume
is
that
on
they were
you
women,
today.
Mr. Feminist? What
Hey,
happened?
people do that. What did you?
People, where you get she from people?
I thought. My bad.
That's crazy. I see what we doing. It's about them chicken nuggets again, isn't it?
Nah, chill with that.
Oh, you ain't ready to read.
We don't need to bring chicken nuggets up, y'all.
No. It was times I was sharing with my cousin and some friends, and they was like, "Oh damn, I forgot. I picked the wrong
shit on your algorithm."
Just a bunch of bullshit I don't watch." Like I think they was watching Hoarders. Oh, it was just random stuff. I was like, I don't watch that stuff. Now that's
Getting in the way of your One Piece. Yeah.
It's getting in the way of what I want recommended to me.
Okay. Asia, you ready for the next?
Let's do the next top. All right, for our next topic, Aztec Batman. DC's upcoming Batman Aztec film is coming soon. Are you guys excited for this new iteration of Batman?
For sure.
No.
Damn. Why, David?
I know why.
Can somebody explain it to me?
Yeah, Joe, I'll let you explain.
Okay. Long story short, just from what I'm gathering, it's a sort. I guess you could say alternate universe take. It's like an Elseworlds, like Batman, but in like a sort of ancient Aztec times, utilizing that time period. You know, stuff like that. So far, looks interesting to me. I do like the art style. Like it's got like that sort of almost like YouTuber animation feel, but it doesn't look like your sort of typical computerized like DC animated movie kind of animation. So I like that it looks unique. Even just the concept kind of feels like a throwback to some comics that I've read, like in the Return of Bruce Wayne storyline where Bruce is going back in time and has to be Batman in different time periods. Cool stuff like that. So for me, I'm willing to check it out. And even it's kind of similar to a Batman Ninja thing for me. And I really like those movies, so I'll give this one a shot.
Okay. All right, so...
I want to know why Dave hating. What's up
Well,
with that, bro?
I have issues with DC animation right now. I have beef
What's that?
with them.
Why?
Which one did you not like?
I like most of what they've done. I have a big issue with DC animation, though. My issue with DC animation right now is the fact that it feels like basically every movie they do is a Batman movie. Did DC forget that they have literally over 50, 60, 70 characters they could pull from? Why is every DC animated movie a Batman movie?
Batman works.
That's literally what I say about the live action movies. When they do, why is everything either Iron Man, Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman?
Wait.
You've only had one Iron Man.
They've only when they don't do that with Marvel. Marvel gives you other characters.
No,
and
I'm
stuff.
talking about as the main character for the movie. That's what I'm saying.
For main character.
People complain and they want. That's my thing. People complain and they want who they want. The same thing has happened with Dragon Ball Z. Everybody, when they tried to make somebody else the main character, people were like, "Well, we want this."
So this is the problem with DC fans.
It's the fans.
With y'all.
The fans.
Your people.
They give the fans what they want.
You and Joe's people. And Julian just came in and said, yo, missed last stream, what we doing? Right now, we're just going through a bunch of different topics right now. Right now, we're talking about, is it Batman Aztec?
DC's animated
Batman
movies have been killing it.
But in general, I don't disagree that they kill it. But if
can
DC,
you admit that, well, I see where you're coming from.
But I'm saying, if DC wants to compete with Marvel and, you know what I'm saying, have this variety of characters that people care about, et cetera, they have to stop pushing Batman only.
Do you want to know the days when DC was arguably ahead of Marvel?
When?
During the Dark Knight trilogy.
True.
Remember, like in the early days of the
for 5 minutes?
Wait a minute,
by
that
the
was
time
like
that the
2008.
Avengers was coming out.
That was-
the Dark Knight Rises was coming out.
True.
I
But
was
why?
saying, wait a minute, Dark Knight came out and was that 2008? That was around the time when Iron Man came
Yeah,
out.
yeah, right.
That was before Marvel was what it was. That was because around that time that was around the time when they were getting out of the hole of bankruptcy.
Yeah, but what like I was saying, around 2012, Avengers 1 came out, and at that point it was damn near going directly up against The Dark Knight Rises.
No, and I get
For
that.
a while,
but-
like Batman was their heaviest hitter. That's all they really needed at the time.
I know, but they have other characters. It's almost like if Marvel only focused on Iron Man.
So were you going out to go see a Booster Gold animated movie?
If
I
it was
would.
fire, okay.
I would
For
go
example,
You don't even know what the character's name was.
I
You
know,
just
As long as I
called
get a
it
good
Buster
origin
Gold.
No,
story.
hold on, Joe. But hold on, say it again, Asia.
As long as I get a good origin story.
Like we did with Guardians of the Galaxy. I care about them because we had a good origin story.
Bo
They-
Magna says
y'all too.
Batman works.
Yes.
They only gave
So-
an origin story to Peter and Rocket.
Okay, but y'all as DC fans should be demanding that they give other characters some shine. Why is every DC animated movie project a Batman movie? Do we forget about the other 20 characters, 50 characters, 100 characters?
Which ones you want to see?
I want to see some new people.
Which ones?
Some people I haven't seen before.
Which ones, bro?
Listen, okay, for example, I would...
I got the encyclopedia.
I would name them if I
Give
knew
me the
them.
encyclopedia.
No cheat sheets.
Hold on,
man.
Asia,
Which
go
ones
ahead.
you want to see?
I would name them if I knew them,
Don't
but
say
they don't
crypto,
introduce
goddammit.
Let me
them.
see the encyclopedia.
No cheat sheets, David. Which ones you want to see, bro?
Give me a Wonder Woman movie. When's the last time they did the
Wonder Woman, another one?
animated? When's the last time we got that?
She had some.
Not
Got
recently.
like one.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
one 10 years ago.
Probably might even be longer.
Yeah,
than
20
that.
years. You were still, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, nah.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
what?
No, stop.
You just keep on shooting.
No,
man.
I'm not. I'm just saying, Joe, you and Tori as DC fans should be demanding that they give fans
I can
more
demand all
than-
day. Don't mean they're gonna give it to me.
I mean, but y'all, but
You
here's
want
the
to know
thing.
what I want to see? I need an adaptation of Kingdom Come because I love that comic. But they've already said that they're kind of not trying to do it because to make it look as good as the novel. I mean, the artwork was done by Alex Ross. Guy's a legend. They ain't trying to spend the budget to do that shit.
And I think that's a problem.
Mm.
And y'all should demand better.
I mean, look, it would be nice.
Y'all are
but-
complacent. That's the problem. Fans,
Ooh.
listen, I'm not trying to call y'all out, but y'all need to be sending
I'm-
emails, tweets.
Here's the thing.
all this stuff. But y'all is just cool.
You think they
Batman.
opening up my emails?
If y'all, hold
You
on.
really think you think they really looking at my tweets? They don't give a damn.
Y'all need to galvanize. Y'all need to come together as DC fans.
Tori
Okay?
will agree on that.
Instead, every time they give you Batman, like, oh, great, it's more than Batman. Y'all need to come together.
But here's the thing. Look, you know me. I love the DC Trinity.
Yes.
I love the Justice League. I love the Flash, Green Lantern, all that stuff.
Hawk Girl, where's the Hawk Girl movie? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Where's that at?
I mean, I don't think
We need
you
the
can reference
animated
James
movie.
Gunn. But here's the thing, and now again, this is why I'm saying like Snyder had the juice, bro.
Okay.
Because in his DC films, you establish Superman, most iconic and most important superhero of all time ever. Then you establish your Trinity, Wonder Woman, Batman. There's your three people. Then you build out your Justice League, suspiciously excluding Green Lantern, but they were getting to it. And then you also have all your other side characters like your Ryan Choi, the Atom, Martian Manhunter, et cetera, et cetera. The mythology was steadily building. The plan was working, but then Warner Brothers, being the DC villain that they are, they cut it short, and then they were just throwing everything at the wall, hoping that it sticks. Hey guys, do you want a Wonder Twins movie? No? Oh shit, let's try again. How about Booster Gold? Yeah, you like that guy.
I wouldn't see that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I would have.
Stop playing.
I would have. I would have seen that. Because then that would have been another reason for them to bring in the Atom, because they're best friends. Or was that Blue Beetle? Either way, they're best friends. No, it was the Atom, I believe.
This is based off of a comic or an animated? What you talking about?
Comic book and animated. They were like best friends. I think it was.
But see, if you want to establish that, you got to establish your heaviest hitters first. You've got glorious IP like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Work on them first, and then steadily build out your mythology.
So where's the Wonder Woman live action, animated movies?
I don't know, nigga. Do I run DC? Do
Y'all
I run
are the
Warner
fans.
Brothers?
This is
Ask
y'all,
your boy
this
James
is y'all
Gunn.
job.
He's the guy that seems
this
to
is
know
y'all
shit.
job to do.
I'm
as
tired.
But here's the
fans.
thing. You say this, but then we're getting stuff like Creature Commandos, bro.
That was good.
I don't want to watch that bullshit. That's
Oh,
just
see,
more Suicide
if it's
Squad.
good, you
my
don't want to
God.
watch it.
See,
I mean,
and-
that's
no,
crazy.
So they give
Tori,
more
this
than
is the problem.
Batman.
See, they give you non-Batman stuff, and then people hate on it. You see what I'm
But
saying?
again,
this is the
I'm
problem. You
talking.
got-
There is a very clear tier of priority when it comes to
Oh,
DC.
okay, so
if
but
James Gunn actually came out and said, "Hey, we've got a Superman movie coming up," but leading up to that, here's a Superman origin
Wait a
with
minute.
like Star Labs
So-
and all these other characters or whatever, a
You know what?
Krypton animated
You-
series or something like that.
so whose order do you want it to come in for you to watch it then? because you said it has to be an order for it. Like Creature Commandos, they may not have directly been with Batman and Superman and them, but
They're nothing burgers.
but they're but
knew who
but
they
if,
were?
but if I mean I've definitely
I barely knew who the Weasel was off of a comic that nobody else
but
read.
if the show
Creature
is,
Commandos is good, though.
but
It has
here's the
great
thing: if the
reviews.
show is good, you still don't want to watch it because it's not in the order or.
Well, that, like I said,
you
it
wanna
just feels
see-
like more of James Gunn's Suicide Squad, which I wasn't that big of a fan
But
of
that's
that
that.
anyway.
All that is your opinion.
Yeah,
Based off
that's
of
what
you,
I'm saying. That's why I didn't
off of
want to
you
watch
not
it.
seeing it though.
But now, again, I watched the trailers. I watched some clips from the show. I tried to give it a shot. I'm like, you know what? I'm not wasting my time.
But maybe you should watch the pilot episode and see if it's good or not.
But I can already tell it's not to my taste.
But trailers don't tell you everything. You got to see the episode.
Like I said, I watched more than the trailers.
This is judge a book by its cover.
I mean,
It's a fucking book.
I mean,
engage with the book.
here's the thing,
Hold up, Dave. You're the same person. Be like, yo, if the show doesn't hook me within the first 15 minutes, I'm out. This is basically the same thing for me.
But
So you called yourself out. So shut your ass up.
I don't like the comparison with damn near Suicide Squad because like it seems like now everybody that anytime there's a random team up, it's supposed to be like the Suicide Squad. That wouldn't make sense.
No, Tori, it's literally the same thing. It's a misfit. I think are they
A misfit
group?
It's
the misfit.
That's
cast
the Teen
of-
Titans.
It's-
Teen Titans was a misfit group that just got
No.
together.
The Teen Titans are just a bunch of teenage superheroes.
Misfits.
The Creature Commandos are what James Gunn knows how to write. Misfits, fuck ups, and assholes on a team.
Teen
with
Titans.
hearts of gold. It's not the same, Tori.
But that's describing them
The
all.
Teen Titans are actual heroes.
They're heroes,
They're
but
teenagers. They have teenage drama. They make mistakes, but they're heroes.
But they can still be assholes.
This is the same thing with James
It's the same.
Gunn.
It's literally the same thing between the Creature Commandos. They're anti-heroes. So all you're doing is adding adding another word to it. They're anti-heroes and then they're heroes.
Can I ask?
Doing
you a
the
question?
same stuff.
Is it kind of, for example, like in the new Superman, and by this point, this is a mild spoiler, but at the end of the movie, they show Supergirl. She's a drunk party girl. That's kind of the James Gunn effect.
But here's the
Is that
thing.
really- is that comic accurate?
But here's the thing. Somebody did
one particular comic.
Oh, okay, got it.
But somebody broke that down to me.
Okay.
You got to think this is Supergirl. She's this party girl. She's doing all this. You got to think she's older than Clark. She was on Krypton. She had time to spend with her family and being on the planet and all that. And she got lost in space when her cousin got sent here. So she's still dealing with all of that. So she's trying to drown it all away by drinking and partying.
Okay,
Doesn't that kind of make sense?
couple chats to acknowledge. First off, what's up, Mo? Blue Beetle and Booster Gold are best friends. Okay, cool. I know what I'm gonna need you to stop with the Batman slander. Okay, then you say you're gonna chill. It was a different Suicide Squad, and then Mo Magnus confirms Creature Commandos was just Suicide Squad, to be honest. Misfit villains coming together or threatened to be together under a government project. It's the same thing. I gave it a shot. I was trying to see, maybe I'm being too harsh. Let me watch the trailer.
Yeah.
Let me watch some clips.
Or watch an episode.
I'm not watching the whole fucking episode.
It's like 20 minutes.
It hasn't hooked me in enough.
It's like 20 minutes. You done watch the trailer. You done watch clips. That's 30 minutes of clips
That's
and other
20
shit
minutes
to
I
watch.
spend watching something else.
20 minutes of extra material versus the main material. That makes no sense.
20 minutes I could spend watching
I'm gonna watch
Lazarus,
20
Kaiju
minutes.
number 8,
I'm gonna-
or politics
watch
like I usually do.
No, listen, you're going to watch 20 minutes of somebody talking
not
about
gonna
it.
waste my time.
Versus
A
watching
YouTube reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
20 minutes of a reaction
Yeah.
of somebody talking about that watched it versus you spending the same 20 minutes to watch it yourself.
Hey.
I'm not going to spend that much time listening to what somebody else think about something before I formulate my own opinion by
I
watching
already
it
made
myself.
my opinion. Don't try to pull words, but I formulated my own opinion already. I'm just gauging what other people are. And here's the thing. It's how I choose to spend my time and consume my
man.
media.
Listen.
I'm not going to waste it on something I know I'm not going to
I'm
like.
just saying, like that same
I
amount
already
of
gave
time.
it a shot with Suicide Squad, and I didn't enjoy it. I can understand if other people do.
Maybe
but I didn't
maybe for
enjoy
a
it.
stream we can watch Creature Commandos.
Hell, that would be a
Yeah, we
waste
should
of time,
do
David.
that.
It's a waste of time. You might like it.
That's 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes.
David. Let's be
You
real
can sit here 20 minutes and pretend to be asleep but still listen to it.
That was your fault because you was talking about one part.
That's
But anyway.
crazy.
Oh gosh. All right, Aja, we're ready for the next topic because we done went off the rails here.
All right. Despite the global hype, Solo Leveling does not dominate the charts in Japan like it does in the United States. So why do you guys think Solo Leveling underperformed in Japan?
I know why.
Why is that?
Because Japan, they care about the story. They care about the interactions and all that. Here in America, we just want to see somebody punching on some shit. We just want to see fight. We don't care about the dialogue halfway between. He stopped.
So that's why you like that Superman movie so much.
Which one? No, I cared about. I actually care about the story. I actually care about the fights and all of that.
Sure you do.
But with Solo Leveling, Japan, they care about the story. They care about the engagement between the people. Here, everybody here, the only people in America, they care about the ore farming, care about the fighting. We don't care what he's fighting for anymore because like halfway through the season, he already did what he needed to do. So like, what's going on next? We don't care. We just want to see him fight. We want to see him resurrect. We want to see who the next strong person that he can control is. That's all. I mean, like, at some point in time, it's like, okay, here's another fight. We both know, we all know he's going to win. We all know he's going to get another minion for his hell army, for his, his dark army. So, like,
And
Mo Magnus
Asia,
says Solo Leveling is a good popcorn anime.
Asia, question for you, because I know you had a debate with, I think, your cousin, and you asked him, you asked him about Death Note, and I think your cousin is the kind of person Tori's talking about. Can you tell that story about what he said?
100% that type of person. So peep this. I'm literally talking to him about like, oh my gosh, he's telling me all these animes that he watches. I think one is like, I'm going to mess up the name of it, so I'm not even going to try to say it. But I go, what about Death Note? Have you watched Death Note? He goes, I don't want to watch an anime where the only fight scene is.
Honestly, it sounds like some shit that Derek would say too, to be real. But I'm sure he's probably watched that.
And it made me so mad because I'm just like, I grew up with him and I remember him watching Dragon Ball Z and all them niggas did was hit each other back and forth. And so
there was still emotional stuff in between, but I'll give you that.
But for the most part, they
was
beating the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
And so to me, I wish, like Tori said, we would appreciate the storylines in the anime.
That's why I enjoy One Piece so much.
I didn't ask you that.
And but here's the thing, because like people talk about pacing, but listen, One Piece, story.
I thought we were talking about Solo Leveling.
The story,
right.
it's because the attention span. That's why One Piece isn't as big. I mean, that's why Solo Leveling isn't as big in Japan because of the storyline, and One Piece is big everywhere because
and One Piece is very big in Japan.
Yeah, so I'm saying that's what I'm saying. That's why, because it gives and it's popular here because it gives people what they want on both sides. Like we get story, we get action, we get a little bit of everything. That's why it's so popular. In Solo Leveling, we're about to fight. I'm not talking because I'm aura farming.
Well, and to add to that, now I've only seen the first season of it, but I remember there was an episode of Solo Leveling in season 2, and I remember because it was on all the headlines where there was one episode without a lot of action, and they actually give some emotional storytelling, and it was like downvoted as one of the worst episodes for fans. I'm like, wait, so we paused action for a second, and dudes are flipping tables, pissed off, and so I think Tori Cook.
Why is he not punching anything right now?
I think Tori Cook with his answer regarding like why it's popular in Japan and stuff. I mean, listen, that's why it's like, I mean, Free Ren lost. A lot of people say that should have won. That one is a slower paced story, but it has it has more in-depth writing and et cetera, character development versus Solo Leveling wins Crunchyroll Anime of the Year because it's action-packed and full of punches. So.
Asia, you see I Noah's chat here?
Which one?
Have y'all seen ReZero?
Or no, talking about like, I give him a pass because he young, what season you on? Or is he talking to somebody in chat? I don't know.
I think he's talking about that show.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, yeah, it is kind of concerning that we're, somebody brought up like the Americans and attention spans. And we were talking about Solo Leveling, and we ended up talking about One Piece again. And people in the chat start talking about ReZero.
The only reason why I said that because it's the great comparison.
No, because in Japan, One Piece is very popular.
Yeah.
And I have nothing against One Piece, as you know, Tori. So it does have
even here in America and everywhere else, it's very popular.
Yeah. But I think that for Japan, I think for the Japanese audience, they can kind of see right through the shallowness of Solo Leveling, which I like Solo Leveling. No shade against it. And I like stuff that has action in it, but it is just pure bombastic action.
Action and the framing and the artwork. You make the fight look dazzling. It's a distraction. It's just like those Avatar movies.
Yeah, so it's a big.
We're distracting you with the artwork and the aura farming, and don't pay attention to the story.
I'm hyped for the new Avatar though.
Hold on, not too much on Avatar. I feel like they're allowed to have a basic storyline with how much creativity and artistry.
That's like giving Solo Leveling a pass because it has great artwork in the fight scenes.
Okay, the difference though between that is that Avatar is like millions of dollars invested into it. I mean, didn't James Cameron do something different with the CGI to make it like the way it is?
But at the same time, I don't remember the exact quote, but I think they said something about like, yo, it takes like dang near 8 months to animate like one episode. So they're spending
a lot. If it's taking 8 months to animate something, they're allowed to have a basic, regular, easy to understand storyline.
And even to be fair, sometimes that may just be all you need to just enjoy it. Like even for me, you know, people like to write me, oh, Mr. Story, blah, blah. But even a movie like Kung Fu Hustle, I love that fucking movie. But the story is really nothing to write home about. Yeah, there's some emotion to it, but it's you're there for the cartoony action, the laughs and stuff like that. But, you know, compare that to something like Shawshank Redemption. Obviously, one has a better story, but I'm not in it there for that, you know, but I can be real about that. So it's probably like the same thing, too, where it's like, again, even for me, like I enjoyed Kengan Ashura. It's a fight anime. That's really all it is. But I'm into like that technical, oh, he's going for this and he switched. If he does this and hit like that type of shit. So, you know, like I said, I guess it depends on what the appeal is.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Okay. Y'all ready for the next topic?
Let's do it.
All right. Next topic. All right. Moving a little bit away from anime. Eddie Murphy has confirmed that Donkey will get his own standalone movie, much like Puss in Boots before him, with production set to begin in September 2025.
Look, y'all, I love Eddie Murphy. Was anybody asking for this?
I have to be honest, I would have been excited about this 20 years ago. Now I'm about to be 30.
When Shrek was relevant.
When Shrek and it was in its height of its greatness.
Yep.
But I'm 30 now.
Maybe they make it a comeback. You know, giving something for the new generation to enjoy. And then what y'all be saying?
I'm sorry, this new generation ain't gonna appreciate Shrek like our generation.
I hope y'all keep that same sentiments when it comes to another talk about these Marvel movies, because y'all say we gotta keep y'all like we gotta give them something for the new generation to enjoy.
Wait, now, Age, what were you saying? You said you're 30 now and what?
I'm just saying I'm 30 now, and it doesn't hit for me that they're making a Donkey movie. And let's be honest, Donkey was always that goofy character, so I don't even know if I, as a grown adult, want to sit and just watch him be goofy for 2.5 hours.
It's not for us. It's not for us.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't. See, that's our problem right there. Let me listen.
What's happening?
It's not for us. It's for these kids. That Donkey movie ain't for us.
They ain't even grown up with Shrek.
It's for the ones who that's saying
the only thing they know of Shrek is love, Shrek is life. And they shouldn't even know what the hell that is either.
Wait, it is for us because that's our childhood.
That's literally for us.
From our generation.
It's not for us. It's not for us.
It is.
It's for the kids.
My cousins who are
they don't even know who that
7
is.
and 8 do not know anything about Shrek. You know what they're watching?
They're
watching Moana. They're watching
that's why
Frozen.
You're supposed to show
they're watching.
That's crazy.
Kids today would be like, who the fuck is
same
Smash
thing
Mouth?
I was just telling y'all about these Fantastic Four movies and the other Spider-Man, and show them the old stuff. Then if it ain't for them,
You trying to assign homework, bro?
That's the same. It's the same situation. That Donkey movie is for them. It ain't for us. They may throw some references in there for us, but it's for the kids.
I disagree.
You can't accept that.
David.
I mean, look, is there going to be some kind of balance that you strike where you want to have some appeal to younger audiences and family? Sure. But you're making your movie off people that remember what Shrek even is.
Personally, I want to see it because the Puss in Boots movie was fire.
Then they better have that same director, and it better still have the same anime inspiration elements that Puss in Boots had, because that's what made Puss in Boots
have
fire.
y'all seen Puss in Boots?
The anime inspiration in that movie is insane.
Have you seen it?
Oh, is that because it was Attack on Titan related?
Oh my god.
Is that why? That's the only reason why you like it?
Tori, if there's a little bit of One Piece in the Donkey movie, you gonna go nuts, okay? So just chill.
I don't know. We'll have to see when we get there. I don't know.
Look at you.
Wait, have you seen it, Joe?
Maybe once.
What'd you think?
I mean, look, bro, it's not part of my usual consumption, man.
You think it was good or what?
No, look, it's just not my bag, bro.
No, I know, but what'd you think?
I can't remember.
You don't remember the movie? It was good. How do you not remember?
Bro, it was probably ages ago, and I probably didn't even watch it all the way through. It was probably something that a teacher put on in a class or something.
No, this is a recent movie.
Oh no,
last
this
couple
was
years.
recent. Yeah, like 2 or 3 years
Yeah,
ago.
like.
Then I guess I ain't seen it because
Oh, you missing out.
Oh, it's good.
Tori, put him on, please. Come on.
What?
Oh,
have
the
you seen-
Playmaker, Puss in Boots and Death was such a deeper meaning. It was meant for us. Yes, it was. And just like they're going to try to make this donkey movie for us, and I just wish it would have came sooner.
I don't disagree with you, Asia, that it's coming later than we want.
So like Eddie Murphy's how
But
old?
because of the quality of the recent Puss in Boots movie, I'm cool with it because that movie was fire. That was actually honestly, the Puss in Boots movie was better than half of the Shrek movie.
one?
Okay, now hear me out.
Which Puss
It
in
made
Boots movie?
sense
The
that
recent
Puss
one.
in Boots was the way that it was because he's a swashbuckling fighter.
A pirate.
What are they going to do with Donkey?
Eddie Murphy's
This man is married to a dragon.
Eddie
They
Murphy's
got donkey dragon babies.
and
They can. What kind of? You know what kind of adventures they can go on? What you want to see? An ogre and a girl that used to be a human. Now she an ogre. Watch them what? Talk to her parents that don't like him. Oh yeah. Or would you want to see Donkey living with a fire breathing dragon with got dragon baby? People gonna have questions. People are like, damn, how do they make it work? What kind of adventures they going on? You don't want to know that?
but Donkey's just funny. Y'all don't think Eddie Murphy's funny? He's a comedic genius.
I want to see how he is as a father. He take care of the kids.
So you want to see it?
Yeah, I'm
Me
gonna
too.
watch
Okay,
it.
okay, good. So me and Dory want to see it. Asia, you and Joe is hating.
I know it's not. I know I'm not gonna complain about it because I know it's not for me.
I just think it's 20 years too late, but it's still gonna make a lot of money. It's gonna-
Nostalgia is back right now. Everything is nostalgia right now. Everything. So it's gonna.
you already know how I feel about that. So
Joe hates nostalgia. All right, y'all.
I just hate when it's used very lazily.
Maybe this is gonna be good. Eddie Murphy's he's comedic goat.
And look, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of moments where Donkey's going around interacting with big scary monsters, cracking jokes. Whoa, okay, look, I ain't trying to get into no fight or nothing, like that type of shit. I know it takes...
Impeccable impression.
Can you
Impeccable.
do another one for the chat, please? That was really
That was
a really good impression. Julian says, "I'ma watch it." LOL, fuck it. So,
I know it says which Puss in Boots movie y'all talking about. The most recent
what was it
one.
called? Let me get the
one-
name of it. Let me get the
Yeah.
name.
I was gonna say it was the one where he was fighting death, but
Who was hard?
I don't know if y'all saw the Sinners movie. I know the Ryan Coogler said he took a lot of the elements from that and used that for.
I think
the
was it called
vampire.
Last Wish?
It was
Asia?
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. If you
Yeah.
haven't seen that, look that up. That is so worth the watch. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Joe, you would like it, honestly.
I think you would, Joe.
It's that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's still probably other things that I've actually said that I do want to watch, that I'd rather watched that instead.
Okay. True.
Just
Chat says W impression. Can we get one more, Joe?
Okay, sure. Let's say Donkey is walking around the castle because he lost his kids or something, and then he comes up on this some like big knight's armor with fire in it or something, and the knight's really intimidating. You little moose, intrude into my castle. Hey, first of all, that's a little profiling right there. You ain't supposed to be calling me no moose. I'm a donkey. That's my name. Do I need to show you my ID? Then the knight starts swinging his fire sword. Oh! Slides down like a big old slide or something. Oh! Ah! Ah! And it's like he's already at the bottom of the slide. He's not going anywhere. And then the knight's sitting right. Bro, I'm just saying. I could write a donkey movie, bro. It ain't hard.
You could play him too if you wanted to. Damn.
I could have saved y'all so much money right there.
You could play him too.
That was great.
That's so good. Okay, next topic. Still a little bit away from anime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we're talking about this.
It's just a quick topic.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The Adam Sandler sequel, Happy Gilmore 2, has become Netflix's biggest movie debut of 2025, logging 4.7 million U.S. households in its first weekend. Who the hell is still watching Adam Sandler in 2025?
Everybody's watching Adam Sandler movies.
That is crazy to me.
The better question is, who knew this movie was coming out? Because I didn't hear shit.
I heard about it.
I knew
because
about it.
I heard
Been
he's
about it. It
working
was
on a
hype.
Billy Madison as well.
Y'all
Or
are
a
keeping that
Waterboy,
man
one
in
of the two.
business.
Wait. What are they doing?
I think he's working on a Billy Madison or a Waterboy. I can't remember.
But why?
Because I mean, it's something to
The
do.
stories
Here's
were
the thing.
over.
Okay,
Here's
back to
the
this
thing.
movie. Back to this movie before we get off topic.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So, Tori, I'm with you. I want to see it. I love the first Happy Gilmore.
No, listen. Only reason why I'm gonna watch it because it's it's Adam Sandler. Like I enjoy.
I like
Adam
only like
Sandler,
3 of his movies.
But let me ask you this
in
question, 'cause I
total?
didn't see the original.
In total,
but
he
like,
only has 3 good movies.
That's
The-
no,
Click,
that's a
okay.
lie.
Click.
Whoa.
51st Dates, and I Now Pronounce You Chuck and
okay,
Larry.
you tripping because
can't-
Funny
at
People
first-
was actually good.
Don't forget,
The
Asians
Wedding
like.
Singer. People said that Little Nicky was trash, but I like that movie.
Have you seen Billy Madison?
Oh,
I did-
it's
I
so
did like
silly.
that.
I can't get through it.
See, you
It's too silly.
You know what
I
you
can't.
got?
I can't take you serious
Wait, what
right
was the
now.
3 movies? I'm looking up his movies. What movies did you say?
Adam Sandler's best 3 movies are Click. That one was so good.
That was a great movie.
What else did I say? 51st Dates.
Yeah.
And I Now Pronounce You Chuck
You ain't like
and
Big
Larry.
Daddy?
Big Daddy's okay.
What about 8 Crazy Nights? That counts.
The animated one.
Didn't care for that.
Wait, what about me and you watched Longest Yard? The prison movie.
I thought we watched Life.
Yeah, that was a good one.
No, we didn't watch Longest Yard together?
No, we watched Life.
Have you seen Longest Yard?
Wasn't a fan.
That was.
I didn't get through 20 minutes. Sometimes Adam Sandler can be just so goofy that it's like
wait,
Wait, I got one more that you liked, Asia. You liked Uncut Gems.
Damn, he did kill. No, that was a serious role. That was a serious
And
role.
no, you said he only has 3 good movies in his entire career.
Asia, you know what this sounds like, honestly? Adam Sandler to you is my Will Ferrell.
And I'm not a fan of Will Ferrell either.
I love Will Ferrell.
Yeah, there we go.
Y'all gotta chill.
I love
There
Will
we go.
Ferrell.
Y'all gotta chill. That's totally.
I used to
Hey,
tell-
look.
But here's the thing, I know
Tell
that
people
Adam
that was my
Sandler
dad.
has a huge cult following, so I'm not going to disrespect any Adam Sandler fan.
No, stand on
And
business.
I also
Fuck that.
and I also love
He's
that he is
supposed to be-
soft launching his kids
He's
and his
supposed
wife
to
in
be-
his movies
He's
too.
supposed to be in town soon for a concert.
Yeah, and I know all these
He does
people gonna go
music.
see him too.
Now, let me ask you this question, because we talked about this before the stream about like how Adam Sandler's admitted like he's doing movies not really to make money, but just to keep his friends working.
Yeah.
When you think about you as the audience and how you wish to spend your time and your money, is it worth it for you? Because it's kind of similar to where Kevin Smith is right now. And I love Kevin Smith. I love his podcast, love him talking about stuff. But it seems like these days his movies are just whatever idea rolled into his mind when he was stoned. And he's like, yeah, fuck it. Let's just do it. I need something to do on the weekend. And he just runs with it. He doesn't really care if people like it or not.
But I look at it like this. We know what we do when we ain't got nothing to do, when we get bored, when we want something to do, when we want to hang out with our friends.
Bro, I'm not.
We ain't got the money he got.
We're not blowing in studio budgets.
That's he's putting up his money for this stuff though. Like when he goes out here, he's like, man, feel like hanging out with my friends this weekend. Let's shoot a movie together. Let's do that. Might as
This
well.
doesn't sound a little irresponsible to you?
I think
if you got money to blow,
evidently it's working for him though.
if you got money to blow like that, couldn't you actually donate that to a charity that
he
could
probably
really use it
does though.
But he also probably enjoys making movies, but also I think a better comparison would be Kevin Smith, because even though I like him, but I don't think he has the same popularity as a Will Ferrell. I think a better comparison would almost be like a Tyler Perry, because outside of the Tyler Perry base, he is considered considered not a great filmmaker, not a great writer. But if you ask the people who like Tyler Perry, they love him. And I mean, his movie actually on Netflix just recently, 2 weeks ago when his dropped, it was the #1 movie too. So I'm saying it's like, for the people who love Adam Sandler, they're gonna see every movie and they'll swear that he's one of the funniest guys. So it's almost like he's built a
He's
big
got his
enough
own audience.
Yeah, they both built up their big enough audiences of people where it doesn't matter what mainstream says, because they're gonna go #1 every time based on their own people, Tyler Perry and him.
Now we'll put Winston Jerome aside for a second. Let me ask you this question, because
Boondocks.
Oh, okay.
that shit aged well. But let me ask you this question, because admittedly, I did not. Out of all the other Adam Sandler movies I watched, I did not watch Happy Gilmore. Did the movie end in a way where it's like, yeah, we could keep this going?
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
David?
I don't.
I mean, I don't want to spoil it if you plan on watching.
I ain't watching that.
It pretty much he beat out the pro golfer for the tournament to win. Yeah.
So the conflict.
He was a hockey player that turned golfer and became a phenomenon for his drive link.
Well, not to cut you off, I think that in honesty, the people who are watching this, they're not watching it because it's like, I need to see like this continuation. They're just like, they just want to see these same characters again do funny stuff.
But
Like,
people genuinely find him funny.
Yeah,
but
that's
at the same
all.
time, it's like, have we learned nothing from Coming to America?
No, nobody
Or Good Burger 2?
Coming to America. Good Burger 2 was just a nostalgia thing.
You know what we
They
need?
did that just for nostalgia.
Fuck all that. You know what we
And
need? We need
what?
a super bad too, okay?
Oh.
We need Seth Rogen to make
How
more
about we
movies.
get some ones? How about that?
No.
No, I'm with Asia. We need Superbad too.
We need a super bad
Superbad
too.
2.
Y'all want to make a sequel of everything? I demand a super bad 2. We deserve that.
I ain't with all these sequels anyway.
Wait, you
Unrelated
don't want
side
Superbad
note,
2?
can I have a Tekken Bloodline Season 2?
No, we don't get no season 2s around here.
Do you like Superbad, Joe?
I don't even think I've seen it.
Superbad is one of the greatest
You haven't
comedies
seen
of all
Superbad, Joe? Are
time.
you serious? How?
No.
But you're a
Joe, I will
You're a
sit
what?
you
What-
down
what
and
day?
force you to watch it.
a comedy fan. Like it's one of the best comedies.
No, you know what I need?
like I've seen-
I need a Chronicles 2. That's what I need.
Chronicles of Narnia?
No, like you're talking like the one with that incel that got superpowers or something.
Wait, you're talking
Yeah.
about the Michael B. Jordan one?
Yeah.
No, the way it ended, they died.
No, only one of them survived.
Okay.
It should have been another one. And then the second one, Michael B. Jordan was supposed to come back to life.
But did they do a second one?
It never happened.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was supposed to happen.
Now, thank you, Mo Magnus. We need brand new movies. Thank you.
Hold on. Also, we get brand new movies come out. People just don't go see them.
Right, but they also need more of that push. People need to put them out there.
They do. Here's the thing: if you pull up like right now, like movies that are playing in theaters, there are some movies, and I've done this. There are movies that are out that we've just haven't heard of.
But a lot of them are still like franchise films. I got a new Smurfs.
No, those are the
movie
big
coming
ones
out
though.
and
But
shit,
there be these other ones that are not playing in all the theaters. These original movies come out. We don't see them. You almost have to. I feel like if you want to see original movies, they're out there, but you have to do a little bit of work. You have to actually look them up. We don't do that. We just look at what's the thing popping on social media.
They're working on another scary movie, but this was ran by the Wayans brothers.
I want to see that, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Asia, what's next?
All right.
I Am Number 4. That was it. That was the one I was thinking of too, because the way it was a good movie and it ended on a cliffhanger.
This topic comes suggested by Tori. Go figure. One Piece officially surpasses Superman in global comic sales.
Oh, it did?
I'll let it finish.
So, what does this say about the cultural reach of manga versus American comics? Tori, nerd out.
Oh, listen. I mean, it's not just about just mangas in general. It's about having good material, a good story. And recently that's crazy. Recently, Batman and Superman were 1 and 2 when it came to the number 1 selling comic book or manga globally. That's pretty big for years. You know how I show respect when everybody's talking about their topics. You know, I see respect is lacking.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Oh, okay.
I heard One Piece.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, that's cool. It's cool.
I'm listening,
Listen.
Tori.
Okay, no.
But what I'm saying is, Batman and Superman have been around for a long time, since
80 plus.
before I was born, and their numbers are up there.
Arguably.
One Piece came out 99 probably, and they're set to surpass Superman in sales globally. And it's not just because people watch the show or whatever. People are reading the manga because despite what people want to say about it, the storytelling, the world building, and the character development is very prevalent when it comes to the writing for One Piece. Like it is what it is. And seeing that it's surpassing means that people are still picking up those mangas and reading it and making it to what it is. Like it's not just word. It's not just people saying stuff or just grabbing random things out of the air and just, it's a good story. It's a good read. And that's why it is what it is.
I'll respond. As a comic fan who's kind of gotten out of comics as of late, for me personally, I mean, what I've always said is like the comics medium has definitely had its low points. I mean, look at Image Comics in the 90s. But the high points are higher than stuff I've consumed in any media anywhere. But I feel like the part that almost turns me off is that those type of runs are so few and far between in between a lot of bullshit. Because like when I was like really consistently reading comics like weekly and stuff like that, like I'd be excited. Like it got to the point where I needed to just stop and read it in the parking lot because otherwise I'm going to be trying to read it on the way home. That's dangerous. Don't do what I do, boys and girls. But it's like I'd read a particular run by my favorite writer, Grant Morrison. And then there would be other tie-in issues to like other stuff. Like this is like in the New 52 days. So it's like this is tied into this thing. Scott Snyder's writing this book here, and there's tie-in issues and all these other peripheral character books. And then it's like, okay, so I've read through that storyline. Now I'm in the middle of collecting all these other books, but the stories aren't really hooking me in. And then it's like, well, the hype's died down. So it's like, now I'm just out of it. So I feel like comics needs more of that like legendary tier writing. Because like, look, y'all, if y'all want some good comics to read, I'll give you some recommendations. Kingdom Come was amazing. Multiversity was fantastic. The very last issue of Final Crisis was a little obtuse, but stick with it because the story overall is really good. The entire 6-year run from Grant Morrison on Batman, legendary, Batman Incorporated, Batman RIP, all that stuff, was called All-Star Superman, another top-tier legendary book. I really want to read Superman for all seasons. These are like really like character-defining runs and stories.
So I have a question for you, Joe. Are you basically saying, and I'm trying to put words on, I'm asking really, are you saying basically that mangas have like, you know, these strong stories that people are still reading, but in terms of comics, I know comic book material is popular in games and movies, but they don't have an animation, but they're not putting that same effort into the actual comics themselves?
That's the thing, is it depends.
Okay.
And like I say, when you think about a story like Multiversity, so here's a recommendation for everybody out there. Multiversity is basically a story about, in the DC multiverse, one universe's reality is another universe's comic books. And they figure that out. And then there's like this big multiversal crisis, and they have to communicate with each other through comic books sent to other universes.
This a new comic?
I mean, no, it came out like maybe 2013.
Okay, got it.
But really great run. And it's like the way that it plays with the way you consume comic books. Like there's this one particular issue that's like a huge story point. It's called Ultra Comics #1. And this is how fucked up like the DC cosmology is. Ultra Comics #1 takes place in Earth 33. Earth 33 is our Earth. The superhero is the comic book itself. Because superheroes can't exist in our world, they have to exist in comic books. So this comic is going to all these different universes, all these editions are printed and characters are reading it, but the book is cursed. And it's causing them to like turn evil or unalive themselves and all this crazy stuff. It's part of this big mystery. And then it's like you read the book, and the way it like guides you through it, the book literally the cover of the book is Ultra Comics, the superhero, saying, look, only you can help me save the world. If you value your lives, you must not read this comic. And then you flip the page, and then he's giving you a warning. It's like, look, I'm from the future. Stop reading this. Don't turn the page. And then you turn the page, and then it starts walking you through the story. And it's like, hell, I can tell you're actually getting invested in this. But you know, this isn't an ordinary comic book. If you don't believe me, whose voice do you hear in your head right now? Like crazy shit like that. Like actually taking the unique aspects of the comic medium and making stories out of that and like being real metatextual. Shit like that is better than anything I've seen from movies, games, like all that stuff. But the problem is I don't think it reaches those level of heights as often as it should. And oftentimes people will take those legendary stories, try to make follow-ups to them, and then they just fall flat. So,
but with that though, you know, with everything that they do for comic books and all these different writers and all of that, that sounds good. But when you look at One Piece, there's one story.
Well, that goes into Asia's next question. Asia, can you throw that next question out there?
Which franchises had a bigger pop culture impact recently? One Piece or Superman?
One Piece.
I mean, if we're talking recently, then you could say, yeah, One Piece. But if you're talking just like legacy, I mean, obviously Superman. But yeah, recently you can give it to One Piece.
It's all day long. Because like, you know.
I ain't talking to you no more. Anyway.
I'm just saying. You know what? You just can't stand for One Piece to be winning out
I
here.
can't stand to hear you talk about One Piece.
Well,
I can't.
next time I'm gonna write out everything and let Asia read it off. Maybe you'll stay awake then.
Maybe. Because
Like One Piece, I can't. I'm not glazing it. I'm just stating what it is.
And yet somehow it keeps coming back into every conversation.
It's the comparison. I mean, like if I
One
describe,
Piece is your champagne poppy.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, Joe, your champagne poppy is actually next. So
What, Grant Morrison do something?
Oh man, let me go to sleep if he gonna talk about Grant Morrison. Get comfortable.
There are currently rumors swirling about a Mecha Break anime adaptation based on that stylish mech game. So, Joe, do you want a Mecha Break anime?
Hell yeah.
Why or why not? And please cite your evidence in your response.
I mean, first off, Mecha Break is already damn near an anime game anyway.
Sorry.
Hey, look, you can take your nap. You the one playing Marvel. You the one playing Marvel Rivals. That's the snooze fest right there.
No,
anyway,
not with Blade coming. It ain't no snooze.
they had to rip off Virgil to make the game halfway interesting. And yet this movement
What's
is still
Virgil doing now?
Dang, you just diss Virgil like that. That's crazy.
No, that's going to be your equivalent of the chicken nuggets. Don't go down
Who
that
shot Virgil? Where the heck go?
But anyway, back to your question. So, what was the question?
Do you want this? Do you want this Mecha Break anime?
Absolutely. I don't know if I
You gonna watch it?
Yeah.
You always like, I got.
But here's the thing. If I really...
Hold on. No, yeah, he's just right there. How many times you heard that?
He prioritize what he wants to. You know?
That's the thing.
How many anime comes up, do I have time to watch it? I don't know.
I don't make the time to watch. That's the problem. Like I said, in my usual day-to-day, I'm either on YouTube, either engaged with some entertainment stuff like the reactions or something else, or looking up Michael Jackson
or politics.
That's the other sad reality is I can't fucking look away. But when there's something that I'm actually genuinely excited for, I'll go out of my way to watch it.
So you're like a level 10
Squid
excited.
Game season 2 and 3, I was in there. Fucking Tekken Bloodline when that dropped, I was in there. Season 2, pretty please. Shit like that. So for something like Mecha Break with something I'm already invested in and I actually really like, they already did like a little anime short for that DLC character.
I saw that.
And it was actually really dope.
Okay.
So yeah, more of that, please. So yeah, when that drops, I'm in there.
It's so refreshing to hear a positive take and excitement from you, Joe.
Look, when I'm on the hype train for something, I'm in there.
We gotta
And
make sure we post this clip.
Please post this clip.
We gotta post the clip so people.
All these comments, man, every time I get on here, I see this dude hating. That's
And every
all they
time
say.
that I read that, I'm like, oh, how little you know, little internet person.
But now, Joe, hold
the
on.
One Piece
You do be
hate is
hating
real.
sometimes, Joe. Sometimes you do be hating.
One Piece.
But I'm hard, but I'm fair, David.
You're not fair when it comes to One Piece.
Joe, you not
You are
fair.
not fair when it comes to One Piece.
Joe,
You are extremely biased.
Like I said, I can be real, and when it's something that doesn't appeal to me or something that just doesn't work in general, I can be real about that.
I respect
See,
it.
see,
I
I don't
respect
know.
it.
I don't know. When it comes to One Piece, I feel like you're extremely biased.
And
Yeah,
Marvel
I am,
Rivals. I
because
feel
you
like-
won't shut up
I
about
feel
it.
like
You're
One
getting
Piece
on my
and
nerves.
Marvel Rivals both you be hating on a little bit.
But again, I've established, like, for me, I mean, clearly Marvel Rivals works for people because they're out there, they're getting the kills, their teams are doing work. But whenever I play it, I just can't get into it.
Okay.
I don't like how the characters move. I don't have to like having to rely on healers. It doesn't work for me.
Let me tell you.
In that sense, I would rather play Mecha Break because I'm in control of my own character. I have good movement. I have good attacks. I have my own defensive options and stuff like that. Yeah, my characters have their shortcomings. All of them do. But I feel like I've got a shot. It works for me.
I get
It's no different than like a Tekken or Street Fighter versus Smash Bros for me. I don't get into Smash Bros, but I understand clearly there's a meta and it works for people. I just don't like the mechanics of Smash Bros.
And speaking of which, we got a good comment in the chat here from
What we got?
is it the Waymaker? Would y'all rather get a Mortal Kombat? Would you rather Mortal Kombat get animated or continue to be live action?
Oh, I just saw that trailer.
For Mortal Kombat 2?
Can we talk about that?
Oh,
We can.
that thing looked good. That looks
yeah, I saw
so
the trailer.
good.
Did you watch the Red Band trailer?
Yeah,
Which one did I watch?
The red band trailer is it uncuts. It shows like the blood. And
well, that's when we saw that, yeah, because they was cutting bodies up.
Yeah, that was so. I am hyped for that. I'm watching the hell out of that.
I can't lie. Me and Asia watched it together.
Yeah.
It looks like a different movie. The first one seemed like low budget
Yeah.
trash.
Yes.
They have real actors in this movie.
Yes.
Like, so
and production value.
Yeah, production. I'm actually kind of mad they're calling it Mortal Kombat 2. They should
needs
just
to be its
call it
own
just Mortal
thing.
Kombat just with a tagline under, because the first one is so trash.
Yeah.
Don't even connect it to this one. And what's the actor's name from The Boys?
Carl Urban.
He's great.
I feel like it should have been somebody younger.
Let me acknowledge this chat, and then I'll give my thoughts on the trailer. First off, if Mortal Kombat gets animated, don't do who's been doing the animation for Mortal Kombat, like the Defenders. None of that shit. I'm so tired of that art style with like all the heavy black lines, and they all have those black lines under their knuckles. Get that shit up out of here. No more of that. And if they go live action, let me write it, because I can write a better Mortal Kombat story than these dumbasses. Now, when it comes to Mortal Kombat 2, from watching the trailer, yeah, the movie looks way better than the first one.
Yeah.
By a lot.
But that is a low fucking bar to set.
No, but it looks really good,
But yeah,
though.
so yeah,
Like,
Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, cool.
I feel like it
dig
should have been somebody younger.
wait, he could have been. This could have been Johnny Cage when he's.
Well, here's
when
my
he's
only
older.
issue with that. Because
This is his-
the first clip that they showed was like the sort of fake movie of like, this is Johnny Cage in an actual movie. But it's got like that sort of retro style, but the actor looks the same age in that and then in the modern day. So it's like, why you got this old dude doing this? Like, did this take place in the past? But that's a nitpick.
He looks old, but it's supposed to be his first tournament.
Right. It's his first tournament, but he's been around for a while. That's
But
what
is
they've
this a
established.
nitpick?
It's not a
No,
nitpick,
that's why I
because
said
I
it's
was
a nitpick,
expecting
honestly.
somebody like, because I know The Miz wanted to play Johnny Cage, and he would have been perfect.
The who?
The
who's
Miz,
that?
he's a wrestler.
wrestler.
Oh, okay.
But his whole wrestling persona is damn near Johnny Cage. He literally does the whole shtick.
Yeah.
And look, I'll be real
But
too.
like I feel like Kyle Urban, like he looks older. Like he looks like he's late 40s, maybe pushing 50.
Give him a chance.
50.
Pushing 50.
He's in shape though.
He can be in shape, but he still looks like an older man,
I
like
don't
late
think he looks
40s.
as old as you.
I mean, I think
'Cause
from
Johnny-
the vibe standpoint, he still captures Johnny Cage.
And then in the trailer they had him wearing his from the game. They had that same jacket in Mortal Kombat 11. When was it in Mortal Kombat 11?
Yeah, 11.
11, where he had that jacket on. Like it's that same jacket, but he's older wearing it. That was the word young Johnny Cage was wearing. But
So that's your only issue with it, Tori?
I feel like he looks older than what he is.
Okay.
Than what he's supposed to be.
Do y'all
Read
want
that blue who said, "Hey,
That's
gang."
Vince Arts.
Oh, what's up, Vince Arts?
Vince Arts
What's
was
up?
good.
What's up? And I've been seeing a lot of racism surrounding around Jade as well.
Oh yeah, with like, and look, I'm gonna be real.
Wait, I'm out the loop. I'm out of the loop. What's the
the
issue?
bald girl
She's-
in the
but
movie.
she's black and bald, and they were comparing her to Baraka and stuff like that.
Here's my
Is
thing.
she not supposed to be bald? I'm sorry.
She
I'm
usually
not that
has
familiar
like a
with Mortal
ponytail
Kombat.
or
Yeah, she has a
something like
ponytail.
that.
But here's my issue
Wait,
with
she
this.
usually has one?
Here's my issue
Ponytail
with all
or
that.
some
though.
kind of hair, but they made her bald, and now
Yeah.
they're.
But my
people are
problem
upset about
is
that.
with this. Let's be real here. If we're talking Mortal Kombat, designs haven't been consistent since MK9 anyway. Who the fuck cares? All right, it's a movie, it's its own continuity. Mortal Kombat's never really been consistent in character designs anyway.
Now,
Let's
Kim
be
redeemed
real.
stretch, by the way.
Hey, listen,
Oh, yeah.
listen. The Johnny Cage from the first Mortal Kombat was my favorite.
And look, I'm gonna be real. I'm just not that big of a fan of Johnny Cage, period.
He's my favorite person
I
in
know
Mortal
he is
Kombat.
because he's Mr. Quips, Jokes, and Yucks. That's what everybody
Sub-Zero.
likes.
And he got hands.
I was always a Sub-Zero girly.
I hate Sub-Zero.
I
I hate
love
Sub-Zero with a
Sub-Zero.
passion.
That was always the one I would play.
Let me tell you something about Sub-Zero, all right? I played Mortal Kombat 2 back in the day, and every time, first off,
That's
the
when you
AI in
stopped?
that game is the devil. You got 2 fights before the game just decides to be like, fuck you. You're not winning anymore without a fight. The game will break its own rules to see that you don't win.
I win.
Every time I fought Sub-Zero, here's what the dude would do. He would be over here. He would, if I tried to backflip, because that's the only way to actually defend in this game, you backflip, he'll freeze you, walk over, he'll kick you, freeze you again, uppercut.
Wait,
He'll do that shit
who are you
all
picking to
day.
get whooped on like
It doesn't matter.
To get whooped
Because
on.
it doesn't care.
I was winning. I was winning.
What was you doing?
So maybe this was a skill issue?
It's
no.
definitely a skill issue.
The AI in Mortal Kombat on the arcade version was the devil.
Tori said he was
The
winning.
AI wasn't stopping me. I would
What
pick.
console were you playing it on? Where were you playing it on? What were you playing it on?
I mean, I played it in the arcade. I played it on the Sega. I played it on the Nintendo. I mean,
If you probably played it on those, they probably adjusted the AI. I will challenge you to play
Ooh, I
like
wanna
an
see that.
arcade version of Mortal
I
Kombat
played the
2.
arcade version.
Do you have a copy of Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks?
Of course.
Pop that bitch in one of these on the stream, and I want to see you play.
All right.
Now, there is an exploit that actually gets you through the game very easily, but it's not fun. But we'll cross that bridge when we get. Chat, let us know if you want to see Tori with the Mortal Kombat 2
I want to see y'all two go head to head in Mortal Kombat.
I'll cheese the computer.
That shit anyway.
Don't do that. Listen, I will cheese the computer in a heartbeat.
What about Joe, though?
Joe can get it too. I still remember like 2 or 3 fatalities.
So you can beat Joe in Mortal Kombat.
What about the neutral? Who's talking about fatalities?
You can beat Joe in Mortal Kombat.
Gameplay.
Of course. Mortal Kombat is one of my bread and butters.
It was
Mortal Kombat.
David, how much did I play Mortal Kombat back in the day?
Joe played a lot, but Tori said he was beating his AI, no problem.
I played Tori in fighting games. This nigga button mash, bro. I ain't worried about nothing.
No. You played me in Tekken.
French Montana, I ain't worried about nothing.
You played me in Tekken. I gave you a list of games to play me in. I still ain't seen you.
You know where I live?
You know where I live. I got them. I got them queued up, ready to go.
Look, if y'all want to see this fighting game showdown on the stream, let us know.
We're going to do a fighting game marathon.
I will look,
all
Corey,
fighting games.
You don't want to see me in that, bro.
Listen, I can't see you right now. Let me put these shades on because I'm looking too bright right now.
Convenient timing. Also, Jada Goddess.
Jada Goddess, what's good? What's good?
Side note, tune into her stream this tomorrow. We're doing a fighting Durimas, playing some Tekken 8. I'll be laying the smack down to people. I did just make Tekken Emperor once again in season 2. So my stats are legit. Don't fuck with me.
Jada Goddess, if you're in it tomorrow, the thing Joe's talking about, I'm going to come and watch. So love you, babe.
Fired on your day off. You are a very cultured and intelligent individual.
And Jada Goddess, to catch you up, Tori and Joe are debating on who will beat the other in Mortal Kombat. Tori says he'll wash Joe. Joe said Tori button mashes. We'll see what happens.
And
I button mash too, but I'm like a really good button masher on Mortal Kombat.
She is actually.
I know combos.
And
okay, I ain't got the brain space to remember that,
bro.
I mean, you got to remember the moveset to do that,
bro. Fatalities aren't gameplay.
It's not gameplay. That's what you get after I beat you.
Oh.
You get the fatality, or
you gotta have some neutral
or babality, or friendship. Neutral. Probably not the friendship because depend on how I'm feeling.
You better hope that you're playing me in like an MK9 or an MK11 or something where you can
MK all of them.
Where you can spam guns.
We're gonna play MK all of them.
You gonna use some teleport moves or some shit?
I'm gonna use whatever moveset they give me. That's what I'm gonna use.
All right,
you just better be able to defend yourself.
All right, look, we'll get there.
Then we're gonna play some Injustice.
Ew, but yeah, I'll see you in that too.
Oh, you can't.
But you still ain't trying to see me no Street Fighter or no Tekken either. I know that.
Here we go.
Guilty Gear Strive.
I mean, I'll play whatever.
Vipers.
I done already played you in Tekken. Now you gotta come to my playground. Now you gotta meet me at the house.
My dude, we will queue them all up.
Let's do that then.
All right, shoot.
All right, you ain't gotta tell me twice.
I don't pop Tekken in right now, and I'll show you that 20 zip that you got last time in Tekken 7, bro.
You mean to tell me the Tekken that I played after 3-year hiatus?
You challenged me. You was talking all that mess. You didn't even know how to block.
Hey, it been a while since I played.
Hold back, Tori. How many fighting games you?
God.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
He's a Mortal Kombat.
Some of the games you gotta get the triggers for some of these.
You just don't know. That's why you ain't on my level, bro. Anyway, get through the basics first.
Say that when you get on Injustice, and then Mortal Kombat 9, 10, and 11.
Vince Arts, hold that thought because that's actually one of our topics. It says, Dave, you got that DK Bananza. We're going to talk about that.
Why does that sound like a strain anyway?
We're going to talk about that real soon. Next topic, early projections and reactions for the latest Superman and upcoming Fantastic Four movie are the following. Joe, in 17 days, Superman managed to surpass Man of Steel's entire domestic box office. Are you pissed or really, really pissed?
Here's what I'm really pissed about. It's that, and again, this is my issue with both sides of the argument.
Who's the both so we know? Who's who?
We'll generalize here. We'll say the Snyder fan base, you can even go as far as to say the Snyder cult, there is a distinction, versus the Snyder haters / James Gunn stands. Because right now, this is why I needed to wait. Because after the movie came out and up until this point, people have been running with narratives on both sides. On the Snyder fan side, it's all adjusted for inflation, it's not comparing. And then it's like, even beyond that, it still hasn't surpassed the numbers at that point. And on the James Gunn stand side, even like a small win, oh, this movie is soaring in the box office. This is a hit. Like, it's that type of shit. Here's the reality of it. Domestically, it passed up, if we're just talking raw numbers, it passed up Man of Steel, but by like $5 million. Man of Steel grossed like 291 million. And as of right now, Superman has grossed 296, maybe pushing 97.
And still growing.
Yeah, and still growing. We still got a little ways to go. And yeah, it's doing that domestically. This is the part that also pisses me off, because a lot of these people like John Campion, all these websites, they're running with this, oh, Superman blows past Man of Steel in the box office.
I like John Campion.
But they don't ignite that. How come they don't put domestically in the title? Because they're trying to push a narrative. That's, you got to admit. That's
fake news. I get it.
And again, if you want to put aside the whole, what's it called? The adjusted for inflation. If adjusted for inflation, Man of Steel made like over $900 million in today's money. Okay. There's a huge difference. And then you got other people who are talking about, well, we can't talk about inflation because the superhero film market is down overall. So adjusted for like the market standards, you got dudes out here getting master's degrees in calculus and statistical analytics to argue over a fucking movie. As I said before, if you're a fan of Man of Steel and the Snyder films like I am, let us just enjoy it. If you're a fan of James Gunn's Superman, let them enjoy it. As I've said, the Superman film is not for me, but if you enjoyed it, I understand. So show that same grace for your opposition, because then you're no better than the people that you're claiming to be against. We can acknowledge toxicity on both sides. I've seen some Snyder haters say some vitriolic shit, saying that he's responsible for his daughter committing suicide.
That's crazy.
Crazy. But you won't acknowledge that. Oh, we're the Snyder Bros. Y'all the ones review bombing this and this. But amongst all that, toxicity aside, which fan base raised over $500,000 for suicide prevention? It wasn't the James Gunn fans. It wasn't the Snyder haters. What is their movement motivated by? The Snyder movement was motivated by a director getting his vision realized after they fucked it, and getting justice for his daughter in their family tragedy. And even beyond that, just wanting to see a better version of a movie as consumers. What is your motivation for being so adamant about what you like? Because you want feel-good movies, you want color, you don't want to be challenged, you want to smooth away all the rough edges and not have to look at the ugly parts of society and acknowledge that? What have you accomplished? What is your movement actually doing? That's a legitimate point to make. But at the end of the day, TLDR, mind your damn business. If you like what you like, enjoy it. Just maybe you need to stay out of other people's spaces for a while and just be like, you know what? They like this for their own reasons. It doesn't appeal to me, but hey, you do you. I'm willing to do that. Are you, James Gunn fan, Snyder hater? Probably not.
Damn.
So thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Joe, may I ask a question then?
Please
you
do.
mentioned about both sides and toxicity and not letting them enjoy, et cetera, et cetera. Now, some fans, some viewers might have some issue with you because they feel like you were hating on the James Gunn Superman movie before it came out, cueing the clip of Wise Guy Gardner in the movie, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So is that not similar where you're hating on it before it came out and you're ruining their experience?
Because I'm voicing my own concerns as a viewer for what I don't want to see. And again, I've been honest about it since this movie was announced. If I said something, if I saw something that I don't like, I'm like, look, this is my opinion. This is why I'm worried for the movie. And sure enough, all the things that I was worried about for the movie came to fruition for me. But I also acknowledge what you saw in the trailers, whatever you got out of that is what you were going to get out of the movie. So there is almost no wrong answer to what the movie is. If the movie being all over the place with its tone and its pacing, if that didn't bother you, cool. If you watch Zack Snyder's Justice League like I did, and the whole plot point with like Apocalypse losing track of Earth because of the mother boxes and stuff like that, and all the questions that come up with that, if that didn't bother you like it didn't bother me, cool. Is that fair? But I can be real about that.
Okay. Any chats, Asia, we need to address? I see a few here. I see Fire on a Day Off had one about Superman. What do you say?
Superman was buns. They made him look weak and not in a good way. Vince Art says it's a bit shocking that Superman is doing that well in the box office, but I also heard that the actors that do the sequel due to not getting paid enough for it. So with the box office, I want to tag on to a little bit more about Superman versus Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
They are like neck and neck.
Yeah.
In their projection. So, I mean, Superman, 220 million worldwide. Fantastic Four, 218 million worldwide. It sounds like two bad bitches being friends. Like, it's giving, like, they're both thriving and they're separate.
Yeah, two Instagram models.
Yeah, I mean, and I love that for them both. I think they both deserve this. Just in my opinion. Like I said, I love both of the movies. I thought they were both great.
It is also honestly a little sad, arguably, that that's kind of the standard where we're at, where 500 million with a $250 million budget is considered a success. Is it? I don't know. But yeah.
Thoughts on it?
I mean, that's a success. I mean, I mean, like, yeah, I feel like the big movies, those are the ones that open up to like 400 million. We're talking about these ensemble cast movies and stuff. These both are, I mean, it's DC's, rebrand. It's very new. Some people, didn't even know about this movie, et cetera, because Henry Cavill and all that kind of stuff. And then when it comes to Fantastic Four, I mean, it's been like 20 years since the last movie and stuff. And I know they're Marvel's
maybe
first.
The last good one, I don't know, but.
I know they're Marvel's first family, but I do feel like they kind of fell out of relevancy, So I think it's good in general for the comic book superhero genre that they're both doing well. So
yeah.
I mean, until the Fantastic Four came, only superhero family you saw was the Incredibles. I mean, there's not many superhero family movies out there.
What about Guardians?
Is that
family?
Oh, they're just broadcasting. That's what you're saying. Okay, that's fair.
Now, I think another important note that needs to be addressed. Dave, I know you'll disagree, but you tripping on this point low key. Let's be real here too. Sometimes the box office numbers just do not equate for quality. And admittedly, quality is subjective, but think about this for a second. You have a movie like, let's say, okay, in this case, we'll use Superman. Some people will probably say that Superman is a better movie than Aquaman 1, right?
Yeah.
How much money did Aquaman 1 make in the box office?
You say $1 billion, right?
Over $1 billion.
It did?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I don't think anybody saw that shit coming. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It was
the underwater aesthetic that they had.
And Jason Momoa. He was hot. I mean,
he
still is.
That's probably a good reason.
He had a large woman fan base after him.
But again, it's like when you think about like
Khal Drogo first.
Yeah, when you think about like relevant superheroes and stuff, like who would you say theoretically should be bigger in the box office? A Superman, Batman, or Wonder Woman, maybe even the Flash or Aquaman. Yeah, he's played by Jason Momoa.
I mean,
that's a huge factor.
It's quite ironic
Yeah.
because people make fun of Aquaman.
But again, look, no discredit to Aquaman. I think the movie overall was solid. It was the successful paint by numbers Marvel origin movie that DC always wanted. But at the end of the day, is it at the heights of like some of the best DC films that we've seen? Absolutely not. Now, of
these
course,
movies could still get to $1 billion.
But then here's the other thing. You have that movie that makes $1 billion. How'd that sequel do? On paper, the sequel should have done gangbusters. You've already got an audience invested in the Aquaman character. You got Jason Momoa. You got all the greatest hits coming back.
There was a lot of drama leading to that, though. That's why the numbers didn't do so.
I mean, if anything, that should just be more publicity. But at the end of the day, Aquaman 2 just wasn't that good.
And I mean, Aquaman 2 was pretty much Black Panther.
Yeah, it was underwater Black Panther.
It was literally like the same plot and some certain
aspects,
certain aspects of it, but like it was like different scenes and stuff like that. I was like, damn, that's Black Panther they doing right now.
Yeah,
it's like literally a knockoff underwater Black Panther scenes and all. It was plenty of it in there because I remember watching. I was like, wait a minute, this seems kind of familiar.
I mean, another example of sequel fall off: Joker Folie à Deux.
You talking about where they did the musical?
Yeah.
That's what killed it. People was excited for it, but the fact that they strayed away from the main formula and then made the second movie a musical, that turned a lot of people off. Nobody wanted to go to see, they thought, oh man, Lady Gaga, she'd make a great Harley Quinn. But the fact that they brought her in there to sing and then made the whole movie a musical, people wasn't feeling that. They
But I
wanted
think
it to be
even-
like the first one.
I think even beyond that, part of what also worked to its detriment, but I actually respect the movie for this, is that it called out its very sketchy fan base. Because, like, again, think about what the Joker movie was. It was like, okay, yeah, this guy is so sad, he's depressed, he's facing all these mental issues. That's what drove him to be a killer. And we're just not really going to offer any solution to that. That's just the way it is. Okay, cool. And then people just take that and run with it. Yo, man, I relate to this Joker so much. As if that isn't questionable in and of itself. But yeah, and then it's like you get to this other movie where people are ready to go see this movie. They're painting up their faces in the movie theater. And then they get there and then the movie is basically shut down. Like, yeah, this guy sucks. Don't be like him. And then it's like, you kind of just spat in the face of the audience that you built up from the last one. But again, I can respect the movie for doing that.
I mean,
but it ain't gonna make you another $1 billion.
I mean, people been saying forever that people who try to put like Harley Quinn and Joker as goals, they be like, why are you doing that? That's
I remember
stupid.
during Suicide Squad, there was a whole
Harley Quinn cosplays everywhere.
But even then,
stop playing that one stupid ass song that was in the credits of that movie, all that shit. Yeah.
But even then, even before then, people would be like, "Oh, Joker and Harley Quinn is gold. Well, she's a ride or die." All that. When the whole relationship was insane, it was something. Yeah, I mean, it was every form of abuse you can think of.
Yeah,
and people be like, "Oh, this is goals." Like, no, you only romanticizing the parts that appeal to you when you're ignoring all of the other things that lead to those points, and that just makes it even worse.
Yeah. Also, Rashida, I like that title better. Joker Foley, don't see our movie.
Has anybody actually seen Joker 2 here?
No.
Nah.
Asia, why didn't you see it?
Oh, I wasn't trying to see no musical.
I've watched some scenes and I've watched like some breakdowns in the movie, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not missing much.
I like some musicals. I just mentally I just could not sit through a Joker musical.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked the first Joker movie. I still am wondering. I'm still not understanding the idea of let's do a direct sequel, but
make it music.
But make a musical. Like, I don't know if it was like a lady, if he's a big lady, if Todd, who's it, Todd Phillips? Who's the director?
Todd Phillips.
Yeah, if he's a big Gaga fan and said, yo, we got Gaga, let's do these songs.
Look, if you ask me, I still believe if you wanted to do a sequel to Joker and still stay true to what it was and make back your money, they should have just done another Joker origin, but completely different from the first movie. Because part of the appeal of the Joker is that he has no origin. And even in the end of the Joker film, you acknowledge like, hey, this is a possible origin, but it may just all be some shit that he made up in his own crazy mind.
I think it'd be too confusing for general audiences.
But again, I feel like that would have been better than trying to make it a direct sequel.
For a musical, yes, I agree. Anything is better than that, though.
Okay, even like I said, even putting the musical side, even just from a story standpoint, did we really need a follow-up from the second movie?
The way it ended, it kind of could have been decent because it ended with his rise of...
But like I said, part of what made the appeal of the ending so decent, in my opinion, is the ambiguity of it. Because again, that's the closest it gets to Joker in the comics. Like you look at stories like The Killing Joke or Batman 89 with Jack Nicholson. Yeah, they establish an origin for the Joker, but there is no definitive Joker origin. You're not supposed to know where he came from. He's a force of nature, like Gotham as an environment responding to Batman. That's what makes it compelling. So then it's like when you try to humanize the Joker and make you feel bad for him, it's like, this dude's a villain. He poisoned the Gotham water supply last week. I don't want to know what his sad, tragic backstory is. Fuck this dude.
I thought y'all liked backstories.
Again, they were talking about this particular character. Don't try to be cute.
All right.
Somehow we got there from Fantastic Four, but yeah.
All right. Next topic. We only have a few left. Donkey Kong Bonanza success. So Donkey Kong Bonanza was a surprise hit with fans and streamers. So how good is it?
David?
I have been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. If you guys don't know, it's a new game on the Nintendo Switch 2 console. It is developed by the same people that made
Mario Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey, which, if you don't know, it's basically known as one of the best platformers ever, one of the best games on Nintendo Switch. And Donkey Kong Bonanza is incredible. I mean, I would say, in my opinion, it's just as good as Mario Odyssey. In some elements, better, in my opinion. And I say better if you are somebody, as far as a gamer, who enjoys like a little bit more of like the combat element to it, where Mario is, he's going to do your acrobats and he's going to platform and jump on people, but you're actually going to be actually like destroying things and fighting enemies and stuff like that. But I mean, one of the coolest parts of it, and Asia, you can chime in here because I know me and you were playing it. I mean, I think the feat alone of making a completely destructible environment for every single level is not being talked about enough, just from a development standpoint. Because I feel like in general, when it comes to graphics and games and stuff like that, and higher GPU, et cetera, it's always about making things look more realistic. But here it's like, no, let's actually use the power of this system to actually do something different in the gameplay.
It's like an art style.
Yeah, exactly. Like do something with the gameplay here. And I feel like, like even that alone, like Asia, me and you were playing it. You can chime in on what your thoughts are. We didn't even go through levels. We were just destroying stuff.
I was just tearing shit up. I was having so much fun doing that. Nothing lifted my spirits more than digging and getting some gold and then digging some more. And then I was
good stress relief.
I dug so deep. It took me like 2 minutes to climb out that bitch. I was having so much fun. I don't even care about what the objective of the game is, what the plot is. I'm just in there fucking shit up. I'm having so much fun. So that game is a hit. 10 out of 10. It should win all the awards ever.
Now,
I said what I said.
No, facts. Couple things to acknowledge. Mo Magnus said, speaking of villains, I hate how they try to humanize villains. To me, I think it depends on which villain. If there's some humanity to them, you can make something compelling. But if they are actually like a one-note villain, be creative with that. Case in point, my favorite Mortal Kombat character, Shao Kahn. Complete one note, what you see is what you get, but I feel like there is a story justification for why he is that way. I'm not going to get into it all today, or Darkseid in DC. He's the god of evil. There's no humanity to him at all. So it depends. You said also the music, though. I think he's talking about Donkey Kong, but it has the music in that.
Oh, the music is incredible. One of the cool things about it is like, so in the game, there's these things called like Bananza transformations, where Donkey Kong changes into like these different animal forms and he has other powers, et cetera, et cetera. But each one has a song tied to it, because Pauline also has powers as well, and kind of like,
because she's a singer.
She's a singer, and she has there's an original song for every single transformation that plays. So the music is really, really dope. Even the music on the different levels and stuff, you go around, you collect more music, so the music is really, really dope. I'll be honest, surprisingly, one reason why it's, in my opinion, a little bit better than Mario Odyssey is it actually has a story to it. Like Mario, everybody knows every Mario game, for the most part,
it's pretty simple.
Pretty simple. Princess is kidnapped. Let's go find her. This actually has a decent story and some character moments and some points where like some actual emotion and stuff like that. So the writing is so much better than any sort of Mario Odyssey game and stuff too. So I 100% recommend Donkey Kong Bonanza if you have a Switch 2. If you don't have a Switch 2, I would say like, this is the game like to get a Switch 2 for, in my opinion. It's that good. Personally, my game of the year, if you guys haven't seen the reviews, check them out. IGN and a bunch of sites are giving it 10s and 9s and stuff like that. So, game of the year.
Yeah. Fired on Your Day Off says, Nintendo Switch 2 is amazing, and I hope Donkey Kong Bonanza is good, which you hear his recommendation. But I would not be playing. It's too expensive, and they turned me off with the bundle at the beginning of the launch. Hey, look, I mean, at the end of the day, look, if you're
reconsider.
If you're down for the game, then it may be worth the investment. Now, for me, I do not have a Switch 2 yet. I eventually will. I'll most likely get it. I'll take out a loan, sell a kidney by the time the next Metroid game drops. But Donkey Kong Bonanza, definitely on my list. Is it more fun than Mario Odyssey, and which Mario Odyssey was good too?
I think they said it is.
It's more fun.
It's more.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mo Magnus, so it's Dig Dug. But it's better though, because it's Donkey.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you're not just digging on the ground. Any environment, any wall, any mountain,
You can dig anywhere.
Yeah, anything can be not just dug, but destroyed.
You can break anything.
Yeah, you can break everything.
Nothing is not indestructible.
I would
It's
almost
so
compare
fun.
it more to like Metal Gear Rising, in the mechanic where it's like your sword can damn near slice up the environment without it getting too broken.
Yeah,
that type.
Or another game that'd be similar is Rampage.
Oh yeah.
But, you know,
that, used to be
Rampage.
that was my shit
It's
back in the day.
kind of like that, but times 100, low key.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know how you even develop a game like that and it doesn't break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't seem like it should even work. I'm like, is everything really destructible? And it is. Everything is destructible.
Yeah, they
Also,
need to raise
Vince Art
whoever
says,
made that game.
I love the nostalgic side scroll levels too. I didn't know they had that.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing too. Is like, so anybody who plays any Legend of Zelda games, you guys know about the different like dungeon parts and stuff,
Yeah.
right? So they have all of those in there where there's these different moments where they have these almost mini games. Some of them are these side scrollers. Some of them
Kind
are
of like
even
the classic Donkey Kong.
Yeah, classic Donkey Kong levels. Some are like these other levels where you have to shoot stuff. Some where you have to like, you're racing on, I think Rambi, the rhino from the old games and stuff. There's some good callbacks to old characters and stuff like that in there too. And I will say, no spoilers, but it does tie into some other Nintendo games. I don't want to spoil anything, but it does tie into some other games too later that you'll see. But overall, very, very fire.
Okay.
Yep.
Vince Art says, I got lucky and got it on the cheap because my friend didn't like the Switch 2 and I bought it from him a lot cheaper. Hey, look, you know, a dub is a
Vince,
dub, man.
hey, can I buy it from you from even cheaper than that?
That's crazy.
Is anybody going to get Mafia, the Old Country? Because I'm actually excited for that game. I haven't heard of that one.
Mafia? I haven't played any of the Mafia games.
I played actually the one that they say with the dude who looks
Mafia
like you.
3, yeah.
I played a little bit of that one on Xbox.
I'd go just to fight the clan. I'd play it.
Oh yeah, they are. Asia, what's our next topic or question? I don't know where we're at.
Last one. Crunchyroll is hosting anime film screenings in theaters globally. Would you guys go to a Crunchyroll movie night near you?
I would.
Depends on what's showing, I guess.
I would.
Yeah, personally, I would, and honestly, I want.
Why? Y'all be pirating stuff anyway.
Oh,
I still go to the movies.
do you?
What about all them bootleg Harry Potter VHSs you got?
You would never
what-
put
don't do
bootleg
that.
and Harry Potter and my name in the same sentence, okay? I
I'm
gave
just saying.
J.K. Rowling all my money for some reason back in the day,
Who
okay?
you giving the bootleg money to then?
Nobody, because I ain't never done
I
bootleg.
saw you with a knockoff Slytherin shirt though.
Because you just be talking, Tori. You just be talking.
I'm glad somebody else acknowledged.
That's crazy.
Nah,
Now, hold on, Tori. You said that
What's up?
movies. You said I don't even recall. You're not really a big movie.
I go to movies.
No,
I
you
go
don't.
to movies for superheroes and anime.
All right. When's the last movie you went to before this?
We just went to Fantastic Four, and then before that we saw.
We had to go watch that for the show, bro. Let's be real.
I mean, before that, what did we go see? We
We did see Captain America. I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
We watched that for the show. Let's be real.
Nah, we saw something else too.
Superman.
Superman.
We watched that for the show. Let's be real.
I went to the movies to see it was superhero stuff. Like I said, I go for superheroes and anime stuff. Because we saw My Hero Academia too.
You're right. You do. Okay. He's right. He goes to movies. I forgot.
Come on now.
Okay.
Come on, bootleg.
Here's the, so I was going to say this.
You the one to be bootlegging, so what?
She was bootlegging too.
You bootlegging entire shows. You
She
a
had-
One Piece.
she
You
had
a
the
One
whole-
Piece fan, but you was sailing the high seas.
Out of the conversation.
Your
Yeah,
first
some
Harry
more
Potter
official
book
release.
was printed off the computer.
Oh,
Don't do that.
that's crazy.
Tori just being
Dave, you
slandered
had
for no
Kid
reason.
Cudi bootleg CDs. I remember that.
Hey, now real talk, not to call you out, but
Come
I do
on
remember
now.
days where you was burning CDs and in
Thank
your old
you.
ass car and your shit was
Come on now, you had them CDs people was chewing on. I remember that.
Nah, real talk, Tori be
It
talking,
was-
but
it
back
was-
in the day, Dave did
Why
have
are
like
we talking?
Dave did have a whole bunch of CDs that were skipping like crazy in his car to the point that we called them the Sax remix.
That was the same CDs he was scraping.
Now they call me DJ Skip.
That was the same CDs he was using to scrape the ice off the window.
That's crazy.
Okay, see,
DJ Skip is
Yeah, Sir Skips a lot.
That's
I
crazy.
remember.
Damn.
Dude,
DJ Skid.
Dude would be playing his Kid Cudi CDs and be like, after the end of day. Like, bro was literally DJing.
Yeah,
didn't even have his hand on the turntable, bro.
That's
Why was that a Cudi song?
Yeah.
me personally.
Part of the line.
Me personally, if I'm playing music for somebody, I'm gonna make sure that CD fresh.
Here's what. Can I explain what happened?
You defend yourself.
You
man.
was a bootlegger. That's what.
Here's what would happen. My car, whenever I hit a speed bump, it would like scratch the disc.
Why don't you break?
That's crazy. Wait a minute. Why you hitting speed bumps that fast?
No, like any not the speed bumps, potholes.
You aiming for them?
No, any sort of bump I hit.
And bro, I've been in the car with you. I know how you panic at the sight of small animals. You mean to tell me
that was
the
a
first
stick.
one you
My
don't
bad.
you don't hit a speed bump and go shit? Like, bro, that's you.
Crazy.
Asia, am I accurate in this?
I would like to plead the fifth on that one.
Oh yeah. See?
Don't you see? Now you got that ring on your finger. Now you're trying to protect it.
I'm trying to keep it on there. Trying to keep it.
Good idea.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
Bro, you ain't shit.
Okay, but back to the Crunchyroll thing.
Right.
Yeah, where were we? How did we get
Personally,
here?
I like the idea, but I think they should push it a step further because, like, we've been going to see anime movies.
Yeah.
I want to see episodes.
Thank you. I was gonna say the same thing.
I want to see some
think-
of these fight scenes.
I think they should do like to me, it's like the first like 3 episodes of a new season. Like, yo, you could see them early in theaters or whatever. Like, that'd be cool, something like that. Like,
I mean, have they confirmed what they'd be showing?
this
yet,
is gonna be anime movies so far, but I feel like we've been.
but are like ones that like already exist? Are they new ones?
New ones coming out, but Crunchyroll's gonna be like behind it versus
I wouldn't
other
mind seeing an
companies.
IMAX.
Yeah, like imagine like seeing like the first 3 episodes of Attack on Titan.
Or if they show big fight scenes.
I'm okay with that, like a big moment, like
Yeah, show
or
some
yeah,
of
if
the-
it's like a classic, if we know this is like a classic 3-episode run of a great arc, or like something like that. So I think I would like to go to see episodes, not just movies. I'm with Tori.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna support Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
You know, because I'll pay for that.
All right.
You down to pay for some
Like I always do.
this time?
Like I always do.
Oh, just checking.
You know what? Last topic. Marvel Tokan Fighting Souls is a new 4v4 tag team fighting game in development by Arc System Works and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, set to release in 2026 for PS5 and Windows. It's designed to blend anime-inspired visuals with Marvel superheroes and villains.
I'm hyped.
I'm down.
Y'all
I
want that?
can't wait.
I'm
for
down
that.
for any kind of Marvel fighting game.
Y'all sound like
Well, not
you love
any
that.
kind. Some of that one. What was it called? Something of Champions. Remember that one, Joe?
Yeah, Contest
Of Champions was.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
gone.
you talking about that phone game?
Yeah, probably. Whatever.
I'm talking about like fighting, because I remember they even had like X-Men fighting games where you fighting.
Oh, those about Capcom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are classic.
I'm
yeah.
talking about. No, I'm not talking about the Capcom. I'm talking about the one that came on PlayStation.
No, but they had like a Children of the Atom, like X-Men fighting game.
They had a lot of X-Men games.
Yeah, but a lot of them were crossovers with like, most of them were crossovers with Capcom. That was like the big thing.
Children of the Atom.
Yeah.
No, I'm hyped. I really like this thing that Marvel's doing because I feel like for a while it seemed like Marvel outside of and I thought it's more Sony really, but outside of like Spider-Man, it seemed like they weren't really doing the best with their IP because I know that one Avengers game didn't really do that well.
Which one? Which one you talking about?
The one that you bought 3 times.
All right. So all right.
Wait.
I see what we doing today.
Wait.
Listen,
Did
I
you
ain't
not?
buy it 3 times.
How many was it?
I bought the deluxe twice.
Sorry. Okay. My
But
bad.
the only reason why that game
one off.
The only reason why that game failed was because of COVID.
Explain.
It came out in 2020.
Wouldn't that almost do better? Is like,
it
people are
didn't.
stuck at
Wait, I
home
wanna
because
know-
of games.
Let me tell you.
I wanna know. Tell me,
because
please.
before it came out, they had a complete rollout. They had everything they needed. They gave us characters. It wasn't 3 times. Chill out. Chill out, because we'll get timed out. Listen, it was 2 times. But before the Avengers game came out, they had the rollout. They told you PlayStation was going to get Spider-Man, and then they were going to get all kinds of things that were coming after that. So I got it on PlayStation. Xbox, all my people's on Xbox, so I got it on Xbox. And I got the deluxe because you were supposed to get something special with each one. They had a whole list of characters that got leaked, But it was a whole bunch of people that was supposed to come out. Then here we are, 2020 hit, the game drops. But then everything had to get halted. The studio and all that, they had to clear the studio. Everything was shut down. They couldn't get in there and work on that. So they were dropping characters sporadically. Spider-Man was supposed to come out in March. The whole city got shut down in March. So they ended up pushing that back. He didn't come out until almost October. But the whole time during 2020, they couldn't really do anything. They couldn't add anything. They couldn't update stuff. So the whole time during 2020, people was playing the same things back to back. They were dropping characters every so often, but not enough to keep people on there because they weren't in the office. They couldn't add new maps. They couldn't do all this, that, and the other. So people stopped playing. So by the time they did get back in the office and started dropping new content, people was like, I'm already off that. I'm on this now. But that's why the game did what it did. So in order to save face and all that, they made the game everything that you had to pay for during the time when everything was on lockdown. They made it all free. They shut the game down. They said they're not doing any more updates and all that. So they just gave everything away for free after that. That's why the game flopped. I blame it on COVID. If it had came out in 2019, we would been eating good.
See, I didn't catch any of that because I see a particular set of comments here from Fired on Your Day Off. I will beat Joe in any fighting games. My dude. First off, what's your rank? What's your credentials in Tekken right now?
I thought we were talking about this Marvel game.
No, well, we got some scores to settle here. First off, Fired on Your Day Off. What's your credentials looking like in Tekken 8 right now?
That's crazy.
You said, Annie, you trying to step into my city? Trying to step into my hood? You don't know how we get down. This is Dunzeldorf. We don't do that around here on the dead Dunzels. You ain't trying to see me in no Tekken 8. What's your credentials? Give me some ranks. Give me some Tekken prowess.
Tori's saying, please. So Tori, I feel you because actually I was upset because the game was actually developed by the same people that made the updated Tomb Raider game.
Yeah, no, it was a good game. The fighting mechanics and everything was really good.
So, but here's what pissed me off is like I don't know if you saw this, but like they took the game off of all digital stores. You can't even buy it anymore.
No, you can't buy it anymore. But if you already have it, then you can still.
Yeah, but for someone like me, I got an Xbox and I couldn't even download it.
But that's well, if you had downloaded it before though.
Yeah, no, I got my Xbox after they already took it off.
Okay, yeah, but
so
like
why they take it off the stores? Like why they just keep it up?
Because they're just not doing anything with it. Not,
I'm not asking for new stuff. They could,
but it's the same thing they did because they did the same thing with Jump Force. After it shut down, they took it out of the stores. You can't buy anything. Like
I think that's kind of whack to me because like you're kind of like depriving people that may want to check it out. And aren't you losing money by just taking it off the stores, or is it a licensing issue? Or
I don't know. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, but the fact that you can't download it today was really annoying because I actually wanted to play it because I love the new Tomb Raider games and it's the same developer. And then they, yeah.
Watch your foot. I'm sorry. You good. Pay no attention to me because let me just continue your conversation.
Oh, okay. All
Well,
right.
let me see. Wait a minute. Where you at? What?
Well, I think that was actually our last topic, right, Asia?
That was it.
Wait, Joe, are you typing something?
I don't know what's
I was
happening.
trying to read the comments.
I think Joe's putting in his gamer tag. Or
Where is he putting it at?
In the chat. If you're trying to catch the smoke, there is my name, case sensitive, because you got to do that if you're searching up by ID. Look me up on Tekken 8 and we can settle this.
Let's see.
I already see Vince Art's trying to backpedal into the darkness a little bit, but it's cool. When you're ready for that smoke, we can catch it too. But Fired on Your Day Off, I'm on your ass. Pause.
Like they were building up Age of Ultron. They were supposed to add Ultron on the game. They were supposed to add Doctor Strange, a bunch of people, but the game they lost it.
But Tori, I
You
did
think
see
part of
this.
that too comes from the failure of the movie as well?
Well,
the movie was okay.
Now, Tori, I'm out of the loop, but I did see that there was some, like the reviews for the game weren't great. Also, that played a factor. There was some hate.
Here's the thing: the only reason why they got hate because in the beginning it was buggy, but what's his name? Cyberpunk was the same way because it came out almost around the same time, didn't it? But it was buggy. But the reason, but because people couldn't be in the office and work on the game as much as they could have, it turned a lot of people off because it was like, well, I just bought this game and I pre-ordered it and did all this and this, and now it's not what I wanted to be. But like I said, by the time they could work on the game and improve things and add people and all that, people had already gone so long with what they were already given. You're talking about the game came out like January or whatever, and they didn't get to actually do anything worthwhile until almost, what was that, August and October.
Got you. Okay.
So that's why people was off of it.
With that, we will call it a night. We thank all of you wonderful people for pulling up and showing your support.
Thank y'all.
And we'll be back at it again. Tori is definitely going to have to catch these hands in a fighting game marathon.
You mean you're gonna have to catch some of these hands?
Man, we gotta get past these delusions of grandeur here.
There's no delusions. Only factual things.
All right. Well, appreciate y'all coming through. Check out next week. We'll be back